Banyo, I know that one will be a more. Wow, to my channel, I do. Banyo, I know that one was a mobile. Well, I want my. To my head, no, I do. To my wood, 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 you.
That's it right there. That's the Print Double Show here. Please share the show tonight. We are here tonight for the next 1.5 hours. We're going to be here. We're going to have our special guest. They're going to be on here tonight, Mr. Alexander Yallah, the former board chairman of the MPHA Harris, and Mr. Dimitri Flahn, Mr. Flahn. I think he's he's the founding member of this MPHA Harris. We're going to be discussing MPHA Harris. We're going to play videos here tonight, and we're going to play some audio. After that, we're going to have this show on probably 1 hour. Then after that, another 30 minutes, we're going to analyze the whole show. So please share the show tonight. Invite people here tonight to this particular podcast here. These guys will explain. They got documents, they got papers, they got everything that is sent me, and I got them downloaded on this particular stream here that I can hit a key or button, and they will be right there. We're going to read through them also, and we're going to know what happened. There was these gentlemen names were called when our sister Vera Davis Okyne had an interview with Daniel Freeman. And after that, it reached out to me that there's some things that was said about them and about the organization of MPHA. So they wanted to clear straighten some things off. So this is not an attack on anyone, and nobody going after anybody here. So we clarifying things here. When you make allegation or you say something about anybody in the community or wherever, that person, those people or the person has, they have or they has the right to come in and clarify things for themselves. So that's what we're going to see tonight. Please share the show. This is not an attack on anyone. Nobody is against Vera Davis Okyne. I went to Philadelphia. I went to that lady's house when she comes here. When she anytime I think she came here July, January, or wherever she came to my house. So it shouldn't be like somebody targeting the sister. But in our community, when you screw up, you just tell the people, sorry, I messed up, and you move on. That's it tonight. So Kaufla is in the back. We're going to have Mr. Alexander Yallah pretty soon will join, and these two gentlemen, they're going to come out here, and we're going to ask them. They're going to introduce themselves, and we're going to play a couple of tips, and then we're going to go into the conversation. After that, I'm probably going to get booed on it. And tonight also, my co-host is going to join me tonight. The co-host of the Prince Double Show. I got two co-hosts. I had Beverly Cousin Harris and GD. I'm trying to talk to her to resume, come back, but we're still on discussion. We're on the discuss. I'm discussing in the back to see how we can get her on here. And then we got Mercy Gatto. Mercy Gatto going to join us tonight. She prepared some questions, and she's going to ask this gentleman those questions. So tonight, share the show here. Let me see here, Mr. Flahn here. And this is Mr. Dimitri Flahn right here. Kau. Everybody know Kau Flahn. I'm the only person who don't know him, but a lot of y'all know Kau Flahn. Mr. Flahn, how you doing, sir?
How you doing, sir? Fine, thank you. How you doing, sir?
How's Philadelphia? We were just there 2 weeks ago.
The city is fine today. It's a clear weather today.
Okay, that's good.
Yesterday it rained, it was drizzling and whatever. But today weather's clear. Everything fine.
That's good. That's good, Mr. Flahn. Please share the show here. If you're on here tonight, you share the show to other people so they can, come here tonight and hear what's this Moses P. Harris, one of these organizations, the people I think born in the 70s, 80s, now 2000, now 2010. I hope you ain't get 2020 members. But Kawi, are you hearing me?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, this is Mr. Yeah, wearing glasses now.
Oh my man, I don't want to. We'll be talking one now.
Boy, you glasses now. Yeah, the computer then will need to load the computer them myself to get glasses.
The many seven, you know, 7 that gets sent at 7 cents.
Yeah, they say the man is 7 cents. They say the time the man was growing up, the only money the man used to want at 7 cents. When Papa asked him, he want 7 cents. 7 cents. How you doing, gentlemen?
We're doing good. We're doing good.
You sure that the meaning of the name, how I got the name, that what they told you?
That's what they told me, my man. That's what I heard.
The person told you they gave you wrong information.
Oh, okay. Well, you give me the right one later on. How's everything? How's your Sunday? How's everything?
It's a very significant name, so I can always tell you what. I'm all right. Everything is fine.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Somebody saying hello, family, to every one of you. Tekonti Bajoro.
Hello, how you doing?
So I want to give you.
Am I visible enough?
Yeah, you're straight. The only person who got a lot of leg over the hair is Kau.
Maybe Kau running disco. You start running restaurant and running disco now.
You okay now?
Yeah, a little bit okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So, gentlemen, I will give you all the time. Introduce yourself, your position in the community in the Moses P. Harris. The hairline that we got there is there right there. You came to discuss P. Harris, not any other thing that going on in our community. If that's something else, we will call you guys later on. But tonight, Moses P. Harris. So I will start from Mr. Kauda and go to Mr. Yallah.
Yeah, start with the small man. We go to the big man. Yeah. So yeah, thank you. My name is Kau. My name is Demetrius Kau Flahn. Since we trying to speak on Moses PRA. I'm one of the founding members of Moses PRA. And I serve this community, 210 president of Moses PRA, 210 president of Grand Youth Association, 210 president of Chapter Council, and before I go on retirement. So on a retirement, I'm a community leader now, watching this. The flow right now. I'm a current board member for PA chapter. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Flahn, Mr. Yallah.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Dorward, and good evening to my fellow studio guests, and good evening to the viewers. I'm Alexander Yallah. I go by Alex Yallah. In regards to the conversation this evening, I'm a bona fide member of MPHA. This serve as national board chairman for 2 consecutive terms, and also MPHA. I serve on the Grand Youth Association National Administration and on the Colin Poor Administration as the Ways and Means Chairman, 2 consecutive terms also. And then I also serve as president for the Kunamos Territory District Association in the Americas, 2 consecutive terms. Quote unquote, we are always here for our community. And
don't forget Glee.
Yeah, former national secretary for the Grand Youth Association also, to complete the late, peace be to his ashes, the late Joseph, what's the name? What's the last name? The former secretary. He passed anyway, but I completed his term on Henry Congley, and then we went for national elections, and we were succeeded by Matokana administration, Matokana and her group, Matokana and Bouillonne. Yeah, so far so good.
Thank you, gentlemen, and we hope we have a 1 hour or 30-minute fruitful discussion tonight. So those of you watching the show, please share it in order send it out to other people. And I'd like to thank my sister Tina, Deconti, Muna. They actually doing a good job to share it and call other people's names to come on and watch this. To these 2 gentlemen speak to the people of Grand County. Again, we're not here to attack anybody or bring anybody down. We are here to get the facts. Mr. Yallah and Mr. Flahn, welcome to this Print Double Show here. I want to start by playing some. First of all, I want to know how this whole Moses P. Harris, how it came to being a year. Who brought all the idea of Moses P. Harris?
Okay, thank you, Prince. I can come on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prince. I think it was 6-7 years back. So if I can keep my memory, it should be 2003 or 2005 or something like that. Moses P. came about when 60 Bone divided, when they started having a problem. Because first, when we came to when we came to America, we were all in Grand Youth Association. And then when the Babu War came, and a lot of people started coming to America. And we never knew some of our sisters then, brothers then were to the Midwest. We got a call from Shaker that brought the idea of establishing National City Bond in America. So we too wanted to act on. To be clear with you, the only time I got involved in Moses PRA stuff, it was when it was in Africa, in Cote d'Ivoire, when Messi brought about Moses PRA and we started doing Moses PRA stuff. But in Liberia, when we were doing it in Monrovia and things, I was not part of it. But I got involved, I got close into the thing in Ivory Coast. So when we came to America, when she got brought about the idea of having 60 Bone, we all flowing to go, want to have somewhere to where we'll go and have a, tradition, go miss those things we want to be doing back home. So we all bought the idea and we started doing Sister Bone stuff. So with the idea, we had the first convention in Philadelphia. I know around 62nd Street there, we had the convention there twice. And the idea was Sister Bone should have been rotation or something after 4 years. And if our president take over, another person come over and be so the high were playing. The high were playing. And so the first convention was held. Second one, it was good. They went to the convention in Rhode Island, where they divided themselves. They said they removed Shaker, and when they left from that place, Shaker formed a own group. So I look at it for long. I say, but for me, honestly, I don't really do well among divided group. Flower here and there, not my own style. I don't like too much confusion. So one night I sat down for long. I said, but yeah, I think missing was doing most of the everything in Ivory Coast. So I think I'll call my brother then, my little brother that driving truck. I'll call them and see whether, because they know the people that came over came over here in America, like in the Midwest. So I took a phone, I called my brother Eric Joey, my good friend. I called Eric, and I called my little brother Dexter. And I tell you, that's my man. Something, I want to phone most of the PRA. Send you guys, they don't want to be serious and they want to start fighting one another. So they just form our own group. Yeah, little people then they don't be fighting among themselves. But you guys, they were like driving truck. So if you can give me 75 names, and from now to 2-3 weeks, then we can have meeting. And so everything, yeah. Everything, yeah. I know a lot of people. So Aaron Dexter said, yeah, I know a lot of people. After we'll make calls, then we'll let you know. The following days, then we got Alex Truman involved. So with Alex Truman, myself, and Alex, Eric and Dexter, those guys start making calls. In less than a week, we'll have more than 80% online. My idea was to form a diverse group. People from Kunemo, Kanem, Bazon, everybody to be part of the group. Okay? So I told the gentleman, I said, this is what I want to do. I want to form a group where we'll have one first, it will start with the chairperson. Then we'll bring Kanem person or gold person on the chairperson. Kunemo man will be secretary. And as the way all the sessions look like, we'll put them into the government. Then after 4 years, if our president now become president, the secretary come on vice president. So everybody will take presidency, so we'll be having fun because I believe elections can bring too much confusion. So everybody bought the ideas. We've been having meetings. We'll have meetings for 2 months. So after we all came to the ideas now that we should, that we start putting the place. I told the gentleman, say, I got an idea. I want the ladies to start with the organization, be the president. That way, we'll bring more ladies on board. So I think that Eric asked me and said, "But who lady you have on mine now, brother?" I say, "I have a Vera Davis on mine. I can move Ellis Freeman say, Madam, I've got now in the crown side. Say, Madam, I've got now. No, Alex Vera very active. I see the girl operation in the Granada youth. She's very active, and I admire the way she's doing things. So I think when we start with her, we all can rally around her, so we can push the thing here. Then Alex said, "But why you can't be you? You that brought the idea. Why you can't be president?" The way I'm talking now, if you can ask Eric Joey, you take a destiny, I don't know. Bringing the idea or doesn't mean that I should be president, but I will give all the support that needed. Okay, so that following, it was on Thursday we had a meeting.
What year was that?
2005 or 2006. Yeah, I came out at your time. So if anybody know the Bible war time happened and start repatriating people, I think 2005 or 2006. Okay, so I went to Bowman Bridge to having something on program in Bowman Bridge. Lucky for me, I brought with Vera there. And Vera action in the ground that I used to admire the girl, Vera active. And I like women to be, very active. So I went to one viewer. We found that Mose PRO, but I tapped you to be our first president. If she can be truthful to herself, I mean, if she's smart, I mean, why you think Mose PRO been for now? I say, I mean, we are a group that want to come together, because they got them making confusion here and there. I think we can come together and do a better thing. And moreover, there no granted youth, so we put ourselves together. I mean, we can be the youth. But our next meeting will be next Thursday. So I want you to come on the meeting. So I'll introduce you to the gentleman. And she bought the idea. She came to the meeting. I introduced her. There was no objection. Everybody agreed. I made Vera president. Augustine Zulu secretary. First, I mean, let me tell you why I respect Uriah soon. We will hire Uriah as secretary. Because that time we had people coming on board. After we hired Uriah as secretary, Uriah conducted one meeting. Then Solomon Talley kicked him on board. So Solomon Talley came on board. I called Uriah. I said, Uriah, my man, I mean, the Colombo guy came on board now. So can you please get the guy away so he can be a secretary? So at least so the whole thing can be balanced. And to God be told, Uriah didn't. I said, okay, my man. I had Solomon Talley took over and be Uriah secretary. One couple guy was the vice president for Viewer. But he didn't stay on, the guy fell in trouble. So the guy for the full time Viewer was, was our president. The guy was in problems. So Viewer never had vice president. I have Viewer become president of Mose PRA, and we all rally around her and started supporting her administration. I down 10 around now. I said, okay, then I will take membership committee person so I can recruit more members. Planning committee chairperson. So I will plan the program and I will recruit more members into Mose PRA. I got my man Eddie Yallah involved. I got Tor Gallo. I started having people coming on board. No Solo then. Ain't no talk, but all the guys start coming on board. Mose PRA becomes strong in Philadelphia. And then program you have or any election time, if you don't call Mose PRA, you don't speak to Mose PRA, then it means that you don't look for. So that way, Vera was vibrant, when she, on a video you saw, you hear her talking about how she conducted one of the program. It's because of the people then that were around her. People then that every other then, people then who got on board, all the people who got on board, they were attracting those people. So people will look at Mose PRA. Mose PRA now take the stage of the youth. So everybody looking at Mose PRA. How we rally around.
So after your cohort there was 2006, according to our sister Koro Doi.
Yeah.
Then I'll come to Yallah.
Mm-hmm.
How long she served? 2 years, 3 years?
It was 2 terms.
Was it 4 years?
4 years.
4 years.
So you went almost 5 years, I can say.
4 years, almost 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Yallah, how you came in? That cow brought you in?
I came through the back door. So how you came in? Yeah, okay. So I think Mr. Flahn did a very good job to give a chronicle order of how the organization was founded. And I think this is very important. The point he raised, because in Vera's deliberation on the show, somebody sent me the clip. I watched it. She claimed to be the founding, I would say father. I'll put it that way, the founding father of the organization, and she wasn't. And I think what necessary for Mr. Flahn to come out tonight to make it clear how
she wasn't.
No, she wasn't the founding person. She wasn't the founding father. And when I say founding father, in the sense, the idea, the person who came up with the idea, fine. So you can't claim that because you were not that person. So it was very necessary that Mr. Flahn came on tonight to definitely make that clear. And again, to just butcher what he said, he was the one who ushered me in. He was one of the persons, that were very instrumental to usher me in. I had no clue about Mose PRA in Africa, in Liberia. Yeah, I lived roughly 6-7 years in Granjide before the war came, but I wasn't, I never had any clue about the organization until I moved to the States here. When I migrated over here, being a childhood friend, and also a community organizer, and he approached me on this matter. So he takes the credit for that. The second person who also encouraged me to join Mose PRA was a phone call And you will be, it will surprise you to know that it was Vera Davis Okyn's older brother. Okay, Alex Gage, I think he's Alex Gage Jr., but I know him to be Alex Gage because he's my comrade. I met him in multilateral and we all sailed together. So he plays this phone call. You know, we got a name. He must have got a name, Devil. So I said, Devil. He said, my man, what's going on? I said, what happened? I said, everything's okay. He said, Devil, my man, we're calling him, I'll pick up the phone. And I'm calling you now to ask you for something here. I got serious situation I want to discuss with you. So I said, yeah, my man, I'm okay, I can talk. Are you at work? I said, no. And he said, okay. Listen, man, you know, Vera is a very active person. Vera like the public service thing. And I encourage my younger sister, I really admire her. And Vera then put this mostly PR thing together. But for the record to net prints, I'm not going to call other people's names because technically it's not really necessary, right? But there are a few guys in the organization, they're really giving you a hard time. And I trust you as my picking. Technically, he's my comrade, but age-wise, he kind of older than me, like 1 or 2 years, maybe, I don't know. But I trust you as my picking. You're a good organizer. Can you join the group and help Vera to structure the organization?
I understand.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, Kau had already approached me on this matter. And also Tor Garo is also a friend. In fact, Kau's wife, his wife, Teresa Joey, I know, but then she was Teresa Joey Flahn. As my cousin, she also encouraged me. In fact, she paid the first 15, I think membership fee, she paid that membership fee on my behalf, $15 to become member. So yeah, people Junior, I'm on board. He said, fine, thank you, my begin. Man, I trust your ability. And the reason they got make the comment, why the school went to school together in Israel, we were not really, very close. He was a comrade. But we got very close when we went to Ivory Coast. And I was in the gold business, buying gold and selling gold business. And then finally, I landed in their hometown, in Vlay town. But now but then it was a Vlay town in Ivory Coast. It wasn't a Vlay town in Liberia because by then everybody had, when they crossed. So most of our people from the Chian zoning belt, they crossed the river and they built their town along the river on the Ivory Coast territory. So for some reason, I landed in that town, established as one of the prominent business guys. I was doing my gold business, buying gold and going to Abidjan, Ghana, and Togo, and whatsoever. So only to find out at last, that's how they call his name, Jion Gaye's mother town, Vera Davis by then, Vera Davis Okyne now, that's their town, her mother's town. So I know her mother very well. Oman Tuela, I know her uncles, her Papa Robert Vlay, her cousins. And in fact, I was encouraged by Washington Vlay and Zico Vlay to stay in their town because by then we had a trouble in Ivory Coast, in some part of Ivory Coast called Tai. If you follow that story, Tai War, when the refugees were attacked by the Ivorian people because they said rebels came from across and attacked the military people. Okay, so Liberian tried to find safe haven. So some of us that were really residing in the mining era, it was very tough for us. So I know I fled towards the border. And by that time, Liberia was not still safe. It was still rebel thing going on there. And I didn't really choose to go over there because I thought it would have been a rough life for me. So I landed at the border, and luckily for me, I ended up Vlay town. And this is who I see Washington Vlay, who and myself went to school together. The guys encouraged me to how I established in the town. I built my shop and everything. I think Vera came there once or twice, and she met me in that town. The lieutenant get calling. Why is who knew each other from Liberia also, and also Giglo. He also came to that town. He met me there. So there are a lot of prominent people from that belt. You understand? So I established there. So that relationship, and with the short time I stayed, I want to say short time, 4 years I stayed there. I think that was when Jion kind of analyzed my kind of movement, and he called me and told me, "My man, I know how you well organized." So he encouraged me. So I just want to give him credit too. Kau talked to me, Teresa paid my fees, and big brother Jion Gaye coming from Liberia as a friend and brother to also join the organization. But he raised a very serious point. His point was, there are a few guys, like I said, I will not call into there, they kind of battle with Vera. And it is true, when we got into the organization, we met the noise there. The noise was about money, finances. That Vera, as a sitting president, I think Mr. Flahn did a very good job to tell you how he cataloged everything, how she came in the picture. I was not there, so obviously I'm not going to speak to that. He already spoke to that. But I met her as a sitting president, and truth be told, she welcomed me because she knew me already from Liberia. So, I mean, I all got on board. And our intention joining MPHA was not just to add the membership up. It was to make the organization more vibrant, to contribute what we know best. And the organization started to move on. So that noise, actually, we bet that noise there. Even when we went to Ohio convention, I think that was my second convention after the Pennsylvania convention.
So what the noise were about again?
The noise were about money. There were
Who
few
started the
folks.
noise? Who are those on the
So there
noise?
were few folks in the organization, and I'm going to withhold their name because it's not necessary for the show. They accused Vera of misapplying the organization's money, and they had records to prove that she was, using the organization bank card in many different business places, including African store and how they call it, or supermarkets and clothes and different outlets, business outlets. So that was the argument. And when people challenged them, they came with their records. It was a heavy noise in Ohio. Everybody went to that convention. Everybody went to that convention, and online to there they were attest to that. Mr. Flahn was there. I was there. But Mr. Flahn role was always, Kawu Flahn role was always, the side of building peace and harmony amongst the membership. And I should give him that credit to that, not only because he's a friend and brother, but I will give it to him. And we were able to calm down that situation. In fact, at that convention, I was nominated to serve as Vera's vice president. Like Mr. Flahn said, Vera vice president got in trouble right away when they were inducted into office, and she ran the show for almost 3.5 years, up to 4 years, as the president and the vice president at the same time. And besides that, she complained at that convention that it was too much work for she alone. She's the president, the vice president. So right there, Uriah Soon came out and nominated me. I don't know, out of the blue. There was not something. I mean, there was nothing that I was part of. I didn't discuss with anybody. I want to take leadership role, but I think for some reason, I don't know why was the reason Uriah Soon, Mr. Soon got on the floor and nominated me. And you will not believe, Mr. Dowa and the listening audience, Vera get very infuriated, very upset. No, it's not going to happen. Blah, 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 blah. So I was like, what's not going to happen? Okay. And then the only defense was, after I think, I would say maybe she caught herself because the reason she was refusing didn't make any sense to me. But then later, she was like, oh, I can't be president from Pennsylvania. Then the vice president come from Pennsylvania. But then she was not the one who even said that. It was Beatrice Gwen, who came out. She said they would prefer to get the vice president from somewhere else instead of Pennsylvania because Vera live in Pennsylvania, Alexander Yallah live in Pennsylvania. We can't be, So I was like, that's a fair argument. But Vera, why are you infuriated? Have I done anything to you before? In fact, you guys are the one that encourage people to come on board. So what they did, what they didn't do, what would they allow convey, what they didn't do? There was no vice president because the person who even she nominated, who she wanted to be vice president, for some reason, again, I'm going to withhold the name. Something happened about behavioral problem, and there was heavy noise again. So we left that convention with Vera still being the president, no vice president. Fast forward, to answer your question, that's the way I came in. Fast forward, we pick up and we started to be very active in the organization. The first position I served in MPHA was election commission chairperson. And that election was the one that ushered Bishop Freeman in after Vera's term. And the reason we had that election because obviously Vera has already exceeded her term, 2 terms. That was the constitutional mandate, constitutional requirement. So she was going like almost 4.5 up to 5 years. So we decided to have the elections. In the meantime, Vera was the one designated to conduct the elections. Are you listening to me?
I'm listening.
Yeah, she was the one tapped in as the outgoing president and also election commissioner. I don't know who appointed her, how it happened, but in the middle of the game, she wrote a nice letter that she was by then I already become the board chairman already now. So she wrote the board, stating the fact that she wants to be active in the electioneering process. She got a side to support, so she can be the referee and also be a player. So she's going to relinquish that position to anybody who the organization see fit, and she's going to support her team. And that was done. She had her team. She supported Hezekiah Seyu and I think it was, what's her name? May peace be to her ashes. Was it Patient Lloyd? Or was it
Patient Lloyd.
Or was it Blendiso or Patient Lloyd?
Patient Lloyd.
Okay. So Patient Lloyd was the vice presidential candidate to how they call it, Hezekiah Seyu. Okay, and everything was fine. We went for convention. We had an elections. The election, yielded a very good result. Bishop Freeman won overwhelmingly with enough votes that was not easily disputed. And then that's how we have a new administration. And then Alexander Yallah, ascended and elected by the local board as the board chair. So I will just stop here for now because the question was just how did I come in? So I just tried to learn out that way. Learn it up this way so you can know how I came in.
So in our interview with Mr. Freeman, she says she was the organizer,
Okay.
the founding father or founding mother, wherever MPHA. So are you guys telling us that she got involved in while the organization was already formed?
So in the affirmative, yes, she was not, and Mr. Flahn just lay it out. And
No, I want Mr. Flahn to answer me.
Oh yeah, okay, fine, that's fine.
I mean, look, listen. If she claimed to be the funny, yeah, because she was one of the first president for Moses
The
PRA.
funny, the I mean, was she the funny member, funny father of the organization?
I just said it here. We had meetings for 2 months.
Was she involved in that meeting?
Together, I think we were never there.
She was not in the meetings.
She was not. I mean, she was not.
So obviously, she's not a funny father of the organization.
We had meetings for 2 months, putting people together, bringing names, so kind of bringing names from all over the place. We was already at the stage now. We finished putting the officials together, trying to get a president. That way, I came in and say, I have somebody that's going to lead us. And I just said it that one of my little brother, Elliot, funny about, man, why you can't be the president? You don't want to bring ideas. And I didn't know. I can't. I mean, not because I brought it. The idea, then I should be the president. But I mean, but I'm good at supporting from the back. That's how I approach Vera. But yeah, Vera is the first president.
She was the first president, but she was not a funny member.
No, I mean, she was the first president. Right. So if she feel that being a first president and she's a funny president, but she was not. She was the first.
No, but Mr. Flahn,
the question was a straight up question, Mr. Flahn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my point I want to raise here is the question was a straight up question, and Vera claimed.
In the video that I want to play to you, that she claimed to be the funny member of the. I got the video right here. She's the funny right here. This video.
No, I mean that's not the case.
Let me play the video. Let me play about 1 minute of interaction with. And she brought you guys' name in this particular video here. And I want you guys to pay keen attention because I'm going to take questions from there and ask you guys.
First account that Moses PRA that I opened for Moses PRA, I used my own $100 to open that account. When Moses PRA started blooming in this country from everywhere.
You want to digress a little bit? You want to go back 1 or 2
You know, seconds? There are people in this community who, if you, I have to respect your privacy.
Now, the names that you don't want to call, you didn't want to call, Mr. Yallah. You say you're not going to call the names. You're going to call the names.
No, I don't have a problem with that. That's what she chose to do. But where she mentioned that she funded the organization, why I wanted you to go to.
But please, let me clear my name. I call because not because I'm putting a hustle, I'm just going to come on social media and measure a husband's name. I won't do that. I won't let anybody do that to me.
Right.
So for the life that I live, for the income that I bring home, God, I refuse to talk about those things.
Friends, can you push it?
Why would Vera Davis Okyne want to invest
for any investment?
No.
And you so did you do
Mr. Flahn or Mr. Yallah, were Vera ever accused by members of the Moses PRA group of embezzling the money?
Yeah, I said it here, but you see, let me tell you, those things are in-house.
No, it's on show now, so it's not in-house. Once you come and have a podcast, you guys are community leaders. You guys have to be held accountable to your people.
Okay, listen to me. Vera just said it on her show that Augustine Zulu accused her of using Moses PRA bank card to go to Walmart, whatever places and what have you. Yeah, those when Eddie Yallah said that when he came in, he bothered with noise.
That was just at that point when I came in, Prince. That's when I got it.
Was there any investigation done at that time to clear Vera's name or who are liable for that?
Like Eddie said, Mother PRA just funded. And remember.
So when the organization was just funded, then a money problem just came on.
Yeah, the basis of which we funded the organization was for us to avoid noise. So
and then noise came in.
So when those children start coming up with all these problems, we were able to talk to them to forget it.
Mr. Flahn.
Yeah.
At that time, when the noise came, allegations were made. Was there any investigation done for anybody liable?
Not, I mean, we saw those documents they brought, but we never conducted to say we want to escalate to a kind of investigation level. I told them, gentlemen, look, those things were, I mean, $10 here, $5 here, and what have you. So, look, gentlemen, you let this thing go.
But those things actually happen? Did those things actually happen?
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it. Something. What I'm saying here, we saw those things. They brought Gosling Zulu brought all a lot of people down there. But again, like I said, it's not what I mean. When they came here, gentlemen,
so this is the point, Prince.
Yeah.
The answer
No, there were questions posed. You heard Mr. Freeman asking her question, and she said never. So I just wanted to know at any time, any point in time, that those things.
So the answer to the question, yes, she was accused for embezzlement or misapplication of funds. But she was not adjudged guilty because there was no further investigation.
That's what I said.
So at that convention, Mr. Flahn was instrumental, and then there was an older lady, I think, Annie So, Annie So, appealed to the group to let it go. You know, like I choose to say.
When you came in at that time, Mr. Yallah, you actually visually saw those documents, there was and you could verify in your Yallah now that there was some misappropriation of funds.
Okay, so this is the deal.
But it didn't go to court.
No, it didn't go to any public opinion. I mean, it was in the public opinion. It was adjudicated by the public opinion.
When you Yallah now, you look at those documents at that time. Did you believe them or you didn't? At that time, you Yallah.
So my confusion was that if I have seen the bank card and know the last 4 digits compared to the ones that were on the paper, because the ones on the paper were very consistent. They were one debit card that was used throughout for all these transactions on a different time interval, during different time interval. But there was no actual bank card with someone to say, okay, because by then I just got in the organization, so I don't know what the bank card number was. So if I knew the 4 digits and compared to that, I would have run in a random addition whether she was guilty or not. So to answer your question, yes, there was a grief allegation, grief accusation, but it did not go further to the extent where she was investigated and adjudged guilty or vindicated.
Okay.
Yeah.
But at that time, she was still the president. She ended her turning. At that time, when these things were happening, that time, was it an election year or
a convention before the election year?
No, that was the convention.
That was Ohio.
Yeah, that was the convention that brought in the elections, because initially Mr. Flahn said the intention of the organization, or one of the reasons, I mean, one of the things the organization thought to do was not to do anything but elections. They would just go by ascending to power based on step by dress by dress position. So and his idea was don't get all the ethnic groups from Grand Judea, the youth from there. So when a Canadian man leaves, Kuno man leave, when the Basel man that. But then because of the same argument about money usage, the law was not that strong. So we said, okay, but let's put a constitution in place and then go for election, and we can hold people by the laws on the books. So that convention brought all the legal aspect now, and then we'll come home now to come and have the next convention for elections.
Yeah, but at that convention in Hawaii, she was clear. The noise, you acquired the noise.
Yeah, the noise.
Mr. Flahn, all requiring noise in MPHA. I don't give him credit for that. I don't know something there. All require. It just requires some noise. The few things.
Yeah. So yeah, that definitely. So and I can remember vividly. My input was we need stringent rules. We can't be running organization.
Yeah.
And then no laws. No laws for people to follow.
So at that time, how many year or where was her remaining year or something there?
She completed her consecutive terms already. She
was it in her final year when that thing happened?
The final year passed. You're in the 5th year unless she overstayed. She overdue. The time was overdue.
That's when there's noise.
So we allow her to stay until we can go to election. We'll come back to Pennsylvania.
Okay. She mentioned your name in the interview that there was a time that she actually mentioned Mr. Yallah's name, both chair, and you went to the bank and with MPHA and removed her name from the account.
Yeah, so you see, that's one of the reasons why we. Ellis, you come here. Ellis, hold on. Ellis, you come here. You come here. Listen, one of the reasons why I came on the line, for me, Prince, you never see me on on social media trying to bash somebody here and there because that's not my own style. I mean, I like to be peaceful. Till now, I still respect Vera or passion, you know, way, when you give her tax, the way she handled the tax.
Yeah, and I'm gonna call viewer I bet tomorrow to try to get viewer on his show
Yeah.
to talk
Okay.
about some
So
of these things.
Vera, she was one of my number one female that are very good. I mean, like very, like, so that's why, I first of all first played her, and I mean, I suggested her name, and she was president. When Vera turned over, the only reason I
Which
think
year was that when she when turning over? Was it 2011, 2012, 2010? Which year was that?
every year was the time we had election
Okay,
year.
so yeah, Demetrius, let me pick it up from here because this is administrative matter and that involved the ball 100%. I know you were always active, but let me pick it up from here. So we're talking about 2012 here, Mr. Double. 2012, after the election, we had leadership and everything now, and then technically now, Madam Okyne was now obliged, virtue of the laws, to turn over now to the incoming administration. So it was 2012 to answer your question.
So
the accusation that she was what was it again? She said on the clip where she was removed and
say you
ceremonial.
actually went to the
Yes.
place and then removed her name and put I think Bisha name was it
Okay,
Freeman?
so now this is one of the reasons why we are here, right?
Yes.
I got nothing. I don't know about Mr. Flahn, but I know very well he will support me on this. We got nothing to do with whatsoever interview she had with Daniel Freeman. If she had never mentioned my name, or maybe mentioned MPHA and broad, and even if she had mentioned my name, but not in the way of coming up with this frivolous accusation or making up, I would say, what we call false narratives. That's what we are here tonight to sharpen that contradiction, right? So Vera was not removed from any account. That's not true in the first place. And Mr. Daw, I forwarded to you today, you and your RT guy. I forwarded all the documents from the time I sent it as the board chairman. In fact, the introduction letter introducing my chairmanship and my members on the board to the national administration. I forwarded you that letter. I forwarded you that letter. Okay.
Yeah.
And you can call the names on our list from my name to all the other guys. You reading it from there. I can't read it and read it
Yeah,
from
let
here.
me see here because it's very small on there, so I have to go to my one of my gadgets here and see if I can pull that.
Yeah, okay. We can wait if you want us to wait. Or
So it's the one with the names of these officials.
Yeah, so when you see the date over there, I mean it's 2012, right? I mean,
yeah, it says it came from Austin Freeman, Mr. Austin Freeman. That was Austin Freeman town now.
No, it did not come from Austin. It came from the board to the board.
1 minute, let me see where it came from.
To Austin Freeman.
Okay, it was the secretary was Dexter Tue and you, Alexander Yallah chairman. So exactly. The letter came from the board to the president then, Mr. Freeman.
Yes, and that letter was introducing the new.
Let me see here what the letter says here and read it out here. And I mean what the letter said back. It's October. It came to Mr. Austin Freeman, National President Moses P. Harris Association in America in America's Inc. October 1st, 2012.
Yes.
I'm going to put that letter down because I'm going to read it. I want the people to see Yallah Flahn. We're trying to read your body languages here, your movement and things here. So we're trying to. Mr. Flahn is in a hot seat. Mr. Flahn is a peaceful guy. I've been knowing this man for a long time here. You don't want no trouble. So, but we don't want to cause trouble for anybody.
You're always keeping things on the raw.
Yeah, the national president said, Dear Mr. President, the National Board of Directors has convened and elected its official as prescribed in Article 5, Section 3D of the amended and reversed National Constitution and bylaws of our common patrimony, the Moses P. Harris, the MPHA.
Okay.
As it is the sole responsibility of the National Board to introduce to the National Administration the needed elected officials. Please see below names and various positions of members of the board. Then you got Mr. Alexander Yallah. Honorable Yallah is the chairman. Honorable Moses Kuli is the co-chairman. Dexter Tue, Honorable Dexter Tue is the secretary. Honorable Augustine Zulu is the parliamentarian. Josephine Chai, Madam Josephine Chai is a member, and Dimitri Flahn, a member. Good. And then you go that's it. You introduce it and you sign it up here, approve it, and send it to the president. Then.
Okay. So now
what's the purpose of you sending it? It was not Vera time. It was this letter was addressed to Mr. Freeman.
Okay, so now it was just it was sent to Mr. Freeman because Mr. Freeman had just ascended from the election as the president, right? So he needed to know the board he was going to be working with. Mm-hmm. And the board had just had our own FAKC, our own election to form our FAKC, and that's why that letter was sent to him. But mind you now, Vera was still in charge of the organization because she's the outgoing president. There was no turnover here, nothing has been done. But we could not read Vera. We're reading the new board are coming in because they are all going to work together now as a team. We're going to be supervising them virtue of the constitutional mandate. You got that? You got the point? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's why the letter already the bishop. So now we have been voted in. We've been introduced. We took sit down to work. So the first challenge on our decks was transition. Are you getting me?
We're getting you.
So the transition now. Yeah, so we now have to ask the national administration, form a transition team and engage the outgoing administration. And then once you get a report, once they all from them, then you will make the report to the board. Mm-hmm. And we can pick up from there because that's how the organization was structured, or it has been structured. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why they have to be, we have to introduce ourselves to them, or the board has to introduce the leadership so they can know who they're working with. Okay. However, we are not in isolation. We are waiting because we can. I mean, there was no usurpation of power here. The function of the national administration was to carry on the day-to-day affairs. So engaging transition was the national administration responsibility with the support of the board. So we're now sitting back waiting now for the transition to go on. Then once they will bring to the board now, like, okay, we transition, yes, the 501(c), yes, the copy of the whole constitution, and also, yeah, is the bank account, and we did the transition of the signatures and everything, right? And then we'll pick it up from there. So that's the reason. I mean, that is the reason why that letter was forwarded to you, just to tell you how the board was going to organize. I mean, the board was.
Okay, let us pivot and come right straight out from here. Mm-hmm. Now you did the introduction to the new administration. Interim. I don't know if you had a transitional team that people comply, but the lady made specific allegation that you guys went to the bank and removed her name with all her consent. Okay, so that's where I'm dragging towards. Again, there's another letter to you there. If you check the documents we sent, that letter was also documented by the board, and also, in that letter, there's clear-cut instruction in that letter telling the administration what to do. So this is the deal. So because before the election, we had an interim financial team, because the whole financial aspect, like we said, we had the noise. So our idea was to structure a new financial team, including the sitting leadership, to spearhead the account until after the election. And Madam Davis Okyne was still the president. So we added Reverend Jackson Pine. And okay, let me read this letter, if you would like me to do that.
No. Hold on. We get to the letter, because the letter is a clear-cut instruction answering that question that you just asked. But let me get to the letter. I mean, let me lay the premise, and you can get to the letter. So we added Reverend Jackson Pine, and may peace be to his ashes. The list in it to
because I'm saying to accord here, standing
yes, on that financial committee. So we call it the interim financial committee. So they were already added on the account in the bank. Okay. So now the accusation that she was removed and put other people there, again, I want to tell you categorically here on this particular podcast with everybody listening, that's also not true. That was a made-up story. That was false narrative. So what happened is written in that letter. So go ahead and read the letter now.
Yeah, the letter here came in from, let me see here, the head of the letter here, the chairman from the chairman's office. That's you, Alexander Yallah, Moses P. Harris, Moses Poker Harris Association. It said to Mrs. Vera Davis, former national president of Moses P. Harris, Reverend Jackson Pine, a member, Mose PRA, the interim financial team. You got Mr. S. Tuakoli, standing gay, aka standing gay, and on the financial team also. You got a team from the National Board of Directors and Mose P. Harris Inc. And your reference is request to close Mose P. Harris financial account.
Fine.
This letter was written October 19th.
Very good.
2022, 17 days after the letter was written to the president.
Yeah, exactly.
We wrote this letter here. You
Yeah,
say,
seven days, not 17 days. 7 days after.
7 days. Oh, that one was on the 12th. Yeah,
no,
this one.
No, hold on. Read the date again. Sorry, it was 2012. Sorry, not now.
2012. This is on the 19th.
October when? No, the first letter was October when.
October. Let me see the first letter here. The first letter came in October 1st.
Okay,
so that's 18 days. I say 17, but that's 18 days.
Very good.
Yeah, that's 18 days.
I don't 18
days. Mr. Flahn, I think he's trying to get a bottle of water. When you get in the hot seat here on the double show, you gotta be in the hot seat. Questions can be tough sometimes, but we're friendly here also. He said, "Dear Mrs. Davis." Was she not married at that time? Why you kept referring to the woman of Mrs. Davis?
I'm sorry, woman, just read the letter. It might be typo, but just read it.
Mr. Colley and Reverend Pine. The National Board of Directors had convened. You always convene.
Oh, but yeah, the board.
And agreed that the organization current account situated at the World Farkle Bank in Sharon Hill, Pennsylvania, be completely shut down. Such action is prompted by the complete unavailability of your team as the interim financial team to meet in whole and conduct a change of signatures protocol at the bank as required by the organization's bylaw. Then you quote Article 14, Section B, Section 4I. And then you say in pursuing with Article 14, Section 3, Section 4E and I, you are currently requested that before the closure of the account, you withdraw in cash the amount of $3,300 for the approved inaugural budget to be passed over to the National Board representative, Mr. Dimitri Flahn, as of October 20. One day. She will go get the money one day.
Go ahead, continue reading.
For the to deliver to the national administration. The board also instructs your team to secure a bank certified check of the remaining balance to be payable to Mose P. Harris Association. The bank certified check should be given to Mr. Flahn. The check will be kept by the board chairman until after the inaugural program, at which time the check will be passed over to the national administration, whose responsibility will include the usage of the certified check for deposit purposes in establishing a new bank account in the name of the organization.
Okay.
And then you sign, you say, thanks for your cooperation. There's the two sign this thing here. Secretary National Board, there's the two, and then approved by Alexander Yallah, who is the chair of the board. So you went, and then you wanted that account. So why was where they confused thinking for that you guys went?
Very good. So you see, from the date of the introduction to the new board to the date of that letter,
18 days,
almost 3 weeks. 2 weeks,
2 weeks, 2 days.
Fine. So let me just tell you in between there what happened. And Mr. Flahn here, he can add or he can subtract if he wants to. So what happened in between there, when the board had already been inducted and then authorized the new administration to go about the transition, the new administration came back to the board complaining. Sorry, I forwarded that letter too, that there was no cooperation between the outgoing administration and the new administration for transition. If you can find a letter, but it's not really important here. Just take the letter down. Let me just let people see my face, and also let me be able to deliberate on that. We'll get to that part. But I just want to tell you, in that time frame, the national administration had already come to the board twice. That, oh, listen, the outgoing administration headed by Madam Vera Davis Okyne, is not responding. We had a plan to meet to the bank twice. And the only people, the first time it was Mr. Tuakole who showed up. The second time Mr. Tuakole and Mr. Pine show up. And all the times, Madam Okyne never show up at all. And every time we call her, she'll always tell us she's busy. All right? So I was like, okay, you're talking about the word convene. And then Prince, that's why it's supposed to be there. Once you run an organization, it's not dictatorship yet. You're working with people. You have to have a meeting. Especially the board have to convene because the board is represented by everybody, all the chapters. The people on the board are not just isolated. They're from chapters to come there represent their various chapters. So you have a meeting and then you'll come up with a consensus. So in that meeting, we decided, okay, let me, first of all, Mr. Chairman, reach out to the board, to the outgoing president first, then you can come back to us whatsoever and it will be the funding. I call Madam Okyne, okay? I call her on the phone. I would say, I will give her the credit. She answered my call. And I was like, what's going on with this transition? Guess what the lady told me?
No.
She don't know what I'm talking about. So I say the transition instance that Austin Freeman administration need to function. They need $3,300 based on the approved budget to go have the inauguration in Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
And also they need to be placed on the account. Their signatures need to be placed on the account because they don't want to usher us in now. We the board to get there because after they get on the account, then they'll usher the board in. The board chairman, the board secretary need to be on the account. But because virtual the constitution procedure, the national mission need to bring us in. So we're waiting for that process. And the lady told me, Vera told me clearly, over her dead body, she's not doing nothing. Over her dead body, that she will do any transition. And I asked her why. Her answer was the election was not free and fair. The election, first of all, the election that Bishop won, he didn't win it free and fairly because people from Pennsylvania chapter, their registration money for the election, they deposit the money in the check bounce. So I was like, listen, I think this is.
But the other team ever filed protest?
This is belated. We passed that level ever since. Mr. Flahn solved that problem. I was part of the team who solved that problem. And the people, like I said, I'm not going to call in the guys that were involved with that depositing check and check bounce. They took responsibility and they replenish the money. So what are you talking about? Oh no, blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, since you're not going to do anything, that's fine. I just want to make sure because of the information the guys brought to the board, and I just want to accept that information. Now you prove exactly what they say is true. So we'll go back to meeting. So we'll convey another meeting. So
anyway, so then
before you come in, Mr. Flahn, before you hold your thoughts right there, before you come in, I like to Flahn, I don't know, you hearing me?
Yeah, I hear you.
So I'd like to welcome Mercy Gallo. She's the co-host for the show. She might ask you a couple questions. So Mercy, welcome to the show. Yeah, if you get a question, you can come in with a question.
Okay,
go ahead, Mr. Flahn.
Yeah, hold on. After Mr. Yallah spoke with her, then he called me. My man, I told the viewer about to the tune she gave me. I don't please wait. Look like she don't want to turn over with the guys. So I said, okay, be patient. I will talk to her. So I myself placed a call to Vera. And she said the same thing. She said, Eric, I tell you, in my own brother, I would never turn that money over. Election was not free and fair. I said, Vera, election was not free and fair. Election was free and fair. The issue was the money bounced. But the results were announced already. And I took almost 9 hours of my precious time to talk to the both parties in the Solo House. We pleaded with everybody, and everybody agreed. So you're not the one that running. Send the two people who agree, and we had functioning administration. Just turn the thing over. And she said, you're not going to do it. So I said, okay. So I went and called it, but I said, well, I tried a lot too.
Exactly.
I tried a lot too. She said, she's not going to do it. I went to a meeting. And they both voted that we should take the money, we should write the bank and take the money, and so that people can go ahead with it. So in that money happen.
Yeah, so you're close our account?
No. Listen now, Mr. Dawa. So you can see now. Mr. Flahn just came to buttress me. So the idea or the argument or the accusation that she was removed and other people were placed, that's not true.
Without consent.
Because for that letter, if you read that letter clearly stay asking her as member of the financial team, including the other members, to go to the bank and shut that account down and then give Mr. Austin Freeman what they need for the inauguration and put the banner money in a cashier check in MPHA name and pass it over to the board representation that was in person of Mr. Flahn. Because I was not there, I was all the way, on my side, I'm far away from them. Then when I go to Philadelphia, I will take that money and take that check and keep it. And the responsibility now, or the how they call it, the how they call it, the new obligation that was placed at the feet of the new administration will be go and have your inauguration, come back, you make your report, and then establish a new bank account. After the new bank account, then we all go to the bank, we'll put the money there, and then we'll put the signatures on. So just to tell you from that letter, that account was closed. Nobody was transitioned on that account. And if you see the letter, the very may his soul rest in peace. Late Stanley Tua Collins was there. Mr. Reverend Justin Pine was there. That's how the bank was able to agree to even shut the account down, because the people that own the account requesting that the account be shut down, buttressed with a letter from the board and the constitution mandate. So that's how that account was shut down.
You claim that there was a bunch of hip towards her that time.
That's our opinion. I don't want to talk about that, because anybody can claim that people hate them for what reason best known to them.
Transition.
I don't have.
So let me speak today. The hate in this community about Vera Davis Okyne. As I said, I hope you have time.
No, we have time. We have time. Tomorrow Saturday, we're not working in the morning anyway.
I organized Moses P. Harris.
That's not true.
The first account that Moses P. Harris that I opened for Moses P. Harris, I used my own $100 to open an account.
I don't know about that, because I was not there by that time.
So yeah, let us speak. Please.
When Moses P. Harris started blooming in this country from everywhere, you know, there are people in this community who, if your spirit is too heavy for them, they're going to do everything just to bring you down.
Right.
Mr. Freeman, if I had invested money from Moses P. Harris, Moses P. Harris will not cherish me. Moses P. Harris, the play I said today, when I say tomorrow, I want to be the president of Moses P. Harris, there are thousands of people that are going to be happy. You know how many persons been calling me to come back and take Moses P. Harris? You know what I told them? No. I said, let me show them my son. God will lay them and pray lay them my son. Why would I organize something and my children took it, you know, doing good with it? Then I said, because people love me. And
So, Mr. Flahn, she said she found out the thing we discussed that you said she came in, but was there any hit towards Vera in the process?
I don't know. I can't tell that. I don't know.
Well, you the peace maker in the community. When they say peace ambassador, you win the title.
And maybe other people, but if you would not say that I hate her, I mean.
But you there now, you the funny fathers.
In Moses PR then, I mean, the Moses PR are full of love. So I don't know where. Look, if you are a leader, let me establish this fact. If you are a leader, people will say a lot of stuff about you. Okay, but the only thing you worry about, just do the right thing. The only reason why I'm here today was because, I mean, she said there are things that she kept for long. So it means that you are keeping us in hand for long.
Exactly.
Okay? And I want to disqualify that there's nothing we did wrong in Moses PR when it comes to taking what I got. There are a lot of communication between she and her. And she, I mean, right now, she claiming credit, right? And she says right now, when they say Moses PR having function, she go there, they lift her all in the air and what have you. If we're not to pull our foot down, Moses PR would have break down and nobody would have lift her all again no more.
In 2012, that was a tremendous year for Moses PR.
Moses PR would have break down. But today, who is enjoying those things now? She don't want to enjoy them because what? Those children, I mean, she called lately.
So after Mr. Yallah and Mr. Flahn, Vera, y'all wrote her to do that. Y'all went ahead, shut the account down, took wherever money out. After that, did she stay back?
Yes.
Yeah, Austin Town, she stayed back.
So that was 2000 Austin.
2012. That was the red trouble year 2012. And the reason I said,
did she stay back after your move on name? She didn't go to 2012.
She never showed up to the convention in Kentucky. She never went to the inauguration. First of all, we should put out her choice. People can go and not to go.
But there was some kind of inaugural, convention in PA.
That was after that, the second Bishop's second term.
Bishop, that was Bishop. Okay, that was election. That was an election year.
That's when you came on board.
2012. So 2010, that's when these things happened.
2012.
Because Bishop got it 2010, 2011, 2012, they had an election. So 2000, when she left, 2010, 2011, she didn't show up. She stayed back.
Okay, so you kind of retrogressing too much. The thing here is that the whole trouble for MPHA or the argument for which you came on to clear started in 2012. That was during Bishop first term in power. Bishop first time coming to power, right? That when it started.
That was the first term, 2012.
Yeah, the election, Bishop election.
Yeah, it was the first election, and he already served 2 years. So 2012 was supposed to be election year.
Okay, so maybe you're getting the date wrong. All these arguments about transition, bank account closure, it was during Bishop first term.
Okay.
Yeah, so me just put it that way. And the closure of the bank account derived from the point, if you read the letter clearly, it's sick. They stated that they were refusing to go do the transition. She was refusing to carry them to the bank to put them on the account. And then when we call her, say, okay, so if you can't do the transition for now, inauguration is just next door. Give them the money, withdraw the money, withdraw the money, the $3,300 they need for the inauguration, give it to them to go. When they come back, we can still do the transition. And they say, oh, their body.
Okay.
Not going to do that.
So then you went to meeting.
So I said, as the board,
you went and did all that thing, Mr. Yallah. So you took the money out.
Yeah, as the board chairman, I said, oh, my living body to MPHA will not decimate that year, will not be destroyed because of one person. Okay. So we went to a meeting and then we came up with a conclusion to pass the money over to Bishop and his team to go have the inauguration, and also to keep the organization money safe until when they get back, they can start a new account, because the old account already, like the board chairman, I was not on it, so I don't have any authority to do anything with transaction in that account. Yeah, so the account was closed and the inauguration went on in Iowa. It was successful. The guys came out, they made their full report, and then we mandated them to open new bank account. Again, it's a whole different ball game. Again, something again we're going to explain to you. Now to open an account, guess what? You need a 5013C, right?
Yeah.
Vera refused to tell all the documents. She did not give that document to anybody. So Mr. Flahn can be very recollective here. Do you know MPHA how to go apply for a whole different new 5013C because Vera refused to give the organization documents?
Yes.
Yes. That's what she did. She refused. Okay,
Mr. Yallah, we're going to take a 1 minute water break. And we're going to be right back, because I want to know, because the most letting your Kenya way, it just started. We want to know some changes when there. We're going to ask here, Mr. Flahn, you're in the hot seat. Remember, you're on the hot seat. These things, these interviews will be there forever. It go on YouTube. If you are watching through everywhere, you go to YouTube, you test the name, you're going to see Mr. Flahn and Mr. Yallah in the hot seat. And our sister, when we come back, we'll give my sister the chance to, if you got questions, you are my co-host. You're not my sister, you're my co-host. I'll give her the chance to ask a question.
Okay.
Co-host.
I'm here.
Yeah, you made the conversation. I don't know if you watched it, but you made the conversation with.
Yes.
Let me one
I have a.
Let Flahn land, because he was in there when I had to go get my bottle of water.
Before we open MPHA account in Philadelphia during your time, is after we launched MPHA launch Moses PRA in Philadelphia here, I want everybody came from all over. The money we raise from that place, that's where we open the Moses PRA account. So I can remember where we sat and Vera went and used $100 to open the account. It was after the convention, before we opened that account. After we launched that, launched Moses PRA, all the officials, everybody get there. First, let me tell you, when most people are from there, we didn't have the kind of a bowl.
Yeah,
Edo Council. We started with Edo Council. So we started with Omen, Pape So and his wife. One woman are here in this place here. Few Oman and then one Pape. So that's how we started with the Edo Council. Then we were trying to make the team where we were just behind them. We were in front of the old people then to make sure that everything is still right. Until when we start bringing all these guys in now, like Yallah, all these guys in, and they want to say, no. If we want it to be vibrant, we got to have a bowl. I had a bowl to start. But to make that clarity is after that convention. After we had that convention in Philadelphia here before we opened that account.
So the claim she made about taking $100 to open an account.
I don't remember that because I was planning for.
How you open your account? You all put money
after
together.
The convention. After the convention here, money we raise at that convention. That's where we open the account.
And when you open the account, who are all signatory to the account, Mr. Flahn?
We open the account. Vera was signatory to the account. Gossin Zulu was signatory to the account, and Solomon Tali.
Okay.
Like I said, I came in after that time, but I think that's how Gossin Zulu had some leverage to print out the bank statements to carry to the Ohio Convention as his evidence to prove that Madam Okyne was misapplying the organization money for personal use.
Because that time Gossin Zulu was here, after we raised that money, they didn't want to take the money to the account. That's how they want to put the name on the account. Yeah. Because after the convention, the money they raised at that convention, Augustine was here, Solomon Talley was here, and the president was here. That's how they want to open that account to the welfare code. That's how Augustine and me were on that account.
So Mercy, you got a question? Mercy.
Yes. My question here is, you hear me?
We hear you, but it's sticking.
Can
Look, very people got all your internet.
Yes. Okay. So if you can hear me, I will go on the original page. Then I will come back.
Yeah, go come back.
Go and come back. Vera, if I can call you, if you can answer.
I'll go on original page.
Vera, we can have a civil or conversation here because you're saying Kawu is lying. So
yeah, call me.
I can call you. Go out and come back, Mercy.
Yeah, so
very people don't enter in your internet.
So Mr. Double.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that.
You said that time you were not around, so I don't think you.
No. I'm not giving an account about what transpired before I came in. I said it clearly. The formation of the organization, I cannot account for anything. I can't say anything because I was not there. I came in, the organization was already organized. The only thing I propose and recommend for the organization of this structure, well, we have a constitution.
Yeah, so Mr. Flahn said the money that was raised at the convention, that's where you took the money and then you went open an account.
Yeah.
But before that, how you raise money to even go to the convention, Mr. Flahn?
No, I said we launched after we funded the organization, then we launched the MPHA.
But you have to have money to rent a hall, to carry food.
We collected money. Listen, we're paying money, we're collecting money. Somebody was collecting the money, we collected the money, we came host the convention here.
Okay.
So, and like I said, if you open, because I know when Augustine Zulu and her and Solomon Talley went to the bank to open the account, if you open it before they went there, open the account, I don't know. But I know, after that convention, before they went open that account.
So after the convention, before they open the account. Good. So Mr. Yallah, you were trying to explain something here. Let's wait for my sister. She got a question for you. And then she that one was cleared up. And then Mr. Yallah, let me try to place a call here 1 minute.
Mr. Double? What are we waiting on?
Maybe she calling. Maybe she's calling the former president because she said somebody. I think she said the presidency aligned, so she can kind of quote who were there when. Everything.
Well, send a link to the lady that she come on. Send a link to Vera. Let Vera come on the show.
I mean, we like civil discussion. We don't.
We want to have a civil one to clear things out here.
Yeah, if she wants to come on, that's fine. She come on the show.
We got to clarify our name where she said we took money from behind. I don't want people.
Hello? I'm surprised, but it's okay.
So what he's saying is not right. It's not the right thing. You open an account.
Yallah Flahn knows very well. I don't know. I would say it was after convention before I would say after convention before we deposit money. So
yeah, you say your contributed money. You had a launching, and the money from the launching, that's when you had the bank account open.
All right, so Prince, the money we were collecting from the people for the launching, according to him, now where was it going? Who are keeping it? Can you ask him that?
So, Kau, who are keeping the money while you were doing the collection?
The money we were collecting, they were going to the financial secretary, which is Solomon Talley.
Okay, so Solomon Talley was holding the money.
Solomon Talley was holding the money. The money we were collecting, 150, I think it's 150 or 75 in front of me. Money were going to Solomon Talley. I said after the convention, before Augustine was in town, Solomon Talley was in town.
You want me to send a link to you?
No, I don't want to. I just want to be on it.
Okay. So she said, who were keeping the money? She said Solomon Talley. You were sending your contribution to Solomon Talley.
Yeah.
And then the question here, what she asked here, was she keeping it in her account, a personal account, or you keeping it?
What was he keeping it?
I don't know, I don't know whether Solomon Talley was keeping it, but Solomon Talley was collecting the money, whether you're keeping it in your personal account or keeping it in your personal account. But I know when Solomon Talley, but let me be clear here. If you open the account with the money, maybe you didn't come to the association and say I opened. I didn't know anything about it. The only thing I know about is when the association.
Where that he end?
The only thing I know when we launched the association in Philadelphia here, that's how we got out the money, and y'all went to the bank to open the account.
And then it was Zulu. You saying it was Augustine Zulu, it was Solomon Talley, and
if you establish the account, fine. If you establish the account, I don't want to be that. If you establish the account before the time putting it there, they don't know about it.
He's saying, well, let me explain it because she's not getting you clear. She's saying that he said after the program you had the launching, you collected the money with Augustine Zulu, Solomon Talley, and you. I went to open an account.
We had launching?
Yeah, in Philadelphia.
How do we establish money? How we
got an article in corporation?
I got into the day.
So, Madam Okyne, since you don't want to come on tonight, I will call you tomorrow and we can tell you something.
Hold on, listen,
yes. Yeah, you always pick up my phone, I know.
Okay, so when you're having a show and people are discussing somebody, you reach out to that person.
Okay.
I'm a community leader.
We know that one. You community.
Okay, so when you're having and people are discussing, call me. No, everything that Yallah Flahn saying out there tonight, he does not know. He doesn't know. I'm not going to go into it. All right? I use my $100 to open Moses PRA account. The account number I can read to you tonight that I memorize and know it. But it's okay, Yallah Flahn. The next thing I want to speak on is for you to sit on our platform and say, Moses PRA, your members, only member met 1 month. You had meeting before calling me.
How do you got
But you are not telling the truth. Maybe you forgot everything.
So how did you get into Moses? How did you come?
PRA.
How did you get into Moses PRS?
No. Maybe I forgot.
Because he's saying Kau said after they had numerous meetings. Then he said you were not in that meeting, so other members had those meetings. Then he met you somewhere that when he told you that you should be the president.
That is not true. He's still lying.
So were you the funny member? Were you in the meeting? Were you the one at the start and meeting people when you went to all the meetings you talked about?
So I have people in this community that are still living. Kau need to stop. And when I went on the show, when I went on what's his name?
Daniel Freeman.
When I measured Alex, Yallah, and Yallah Flahn, it was not in a diminishing way. I did not even say that now Okyne Moses PRA. That's not what I said. Okay? And Moses PRA organized, what's his name? Eric Talu is still here. Eric Talu still lives. Eric Joy is still living. Uriah Soon still living. There were 4 of you, Yallah Flahn. Maybe let me remind you. There were 4 of you that were on the phone that night and called me and said Vera. And I said it was Yallah Flahn, it was Eric Talu, it was Eric Joy, it was Uriah Soon that called me that night. Vera, that's something we thinking about. We want to organize Moses PRA in the America. But since you are part of AA Monrovia and Sweju, we want to see how we can put it together and for you to be the head. What we discussed that night, you guys did not have any meeting. And I said, okay, this is a hard thing, but again, I'm married. I'll discuss that with my husband. And after Prince, I spoke to my husband, and he said, well, that's your people, you can go. That's how I'll call you guys. I said, okay, we can do this. And that's how I called the first meeting. All right, Demetrius?
No, it's not true, Vera.
No, he's saying it's not true. He's saying it's not true. But let the lady land. Let she finish. Mr. Flahn, can you let the lady to land because she's on the phone? She'll soon be going. Then we'll go to our discussion.
Call Eric Joey and call Desktop 2 right now, Prince. Call Eric Joey and call Desktop 2. I mean, when they're on the phone, let them come on the phone. Let Prince call Eric Joey and Desktop 2. You can't be doing this.
No, he said Desktop 2. Call Desktop 2. That's what he's saying.
Call Desktop 2 and Eric Joey right now. I'll tell you.
So
you can't be doing this, bro.
No, the reason about the show is that certain things that you said and then they heard it and then they call, especially about the account. That they went in the account, they took the money, but this letter that they show you, this letter, the first letter I read, did you receive this? Did you receive this letter in 2012?
Which letter was that?
You said this letter was written to you, Madam Vera Davis, 2012, October 19, 2012.
Who wrote the letter now?
It came from the board. Moses PRA board. The letter was written by the secretary, Desktop 2 and Chairman Yallah. So the letter is saying here that you must take money from the account, $3,300, and give it to the new administration, who will be Bishop Freeman, and close that account. Okay. And give the check to Demetrius Flahn.
Okay, and then what happened next?
Well, you didn't respond to the letter. That's how they went.
I'm just telling you that they wrote me a letter and I refused to give it. So the money was not in the account? Or what happened?
It was there, but that time when they wrote the letter here was Bishop Freeman, who was president now. We got a letter saying former president, former national president. So a viewer, I don't know. I asked you why you
Prince. Viewer asked no direct question. She's asking and be saying that she doesn't know about the letter. But let me just let her know why the letter was written, because she refused
I'm not
to
saying I don't know about the letter. Don't misquote me. I am saying he's reading the letter to me.
That's a lot of years. So yeah, 2012. That's 13 years. 12, 13 years.
I'm not going to sit here and remember everything that happened 13 years ago.
Okay, so Vera, the point
at that time, was there any conversation where you went and Ellis then asked you to the letter king and Ellis placed a call to you and your talk and you say you refused to get the money or your dead body?
Yes, that's what she
I
said.
would never do that. Why would I say
Oh
the
my
money not for me?
God.
I organize a convention, and where in Prince, I'm the one who organized a convention, right? And after the convention, you want my detail to turn over. And I said it, Solomon Talley said
And you refuse to turn over, Vera. So that's the
Did you
point.
turn over,
why
viewer?
would
Did you
I
turn?
refuse to turn over?
Did you turn
Nobody
over?
knows. You got a reason why you refuse. That's up to you.
I spoke about it on my show, right? I
Yeah.
spoke about it.
Okay, and that's the reason why we came on, because you said.
So,
Listen,
Mr. Yallah, 1 minute. Let me get Madam Okyne off the line.
I'm about to leave the phone and
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah.
What people want to believe they
Before
what I can
Prince.
tell you, if somebody talking, let me just leave the line, then they can talk, please.
No, but
No,
you
we're
can't
not talking. We're not talking. Go ahead.
You don't expect somebody to respond to you.
Whatever they want to say, they can go ahead and say it. But trust me, if I have any money for Moses PRA, or I refuse to turn over, or I pay Moses PRA money, by this time, Prince, when you're John Moses PRA, you're going to hear it.
And that's not a conversation either. That's
Okay.
not even a conversation about eating
Thank
money.
you. Let me tell you, Madam Okyne, maybe you came late, but these guys, they never accuse you of eating SAP Harris money. They said when Yallah said when he got in it and then they went there, there was some guys that were making allegations against you. And those allegations, they said they came with documents. Those allegations, they didn't go into it. And then they moved on.
Okay.
So there was nothing to say,
Absolutely.
oh, viewer
That's
ate
what
money,
I'm
viewer
discussing
ate
with you.
money.
Thank you. But when it went in the account, the money that they say I refuse to tell what they netted there, right?
They met it there and took it out of the convention.
Okay, thank you. I just want to.
No, we leave. I will call you so we can have a one-on-one, okay? I'll call you to answer your phone.
Prince.
When you come in, answer. You don't want to call me. I don't have a problem.
I'll call you tomorrow.
So I only came on when you call me Prince.
Yeah. No, I saw you commenting. I saw your comment.
Yeah,
so I said, let me call
I
her.
saw Anthony Gay talk about I'm bitter. Then when they refer to people around here, and then when they see you in the street, they want to be your brother and sister to you.
Prince, we gotta go. Prince,
Okay. I don't think you're a bitter woman. I will call you. Then
I'm not a bitter person. So
okay.
Anthony Gay, take that back and respect people around here.
Okay. Thank you. I will call you for a talk.
So Prince.
That was the voice of Vera Davis Okyne.
Yeah, so Prince.
She said she took her $100 and opened a bank account for Moses PRA and gave life to Moses PRA.
You see, sometimes in this community, if you want to be so much diplomatic, then people take advantage of you. You can call, if I leave the show, you can call Eric Joy and then have show with
I don't even need to call Eric. I will go to your house.
Okay, you call Jester to it. They will have meeting. I mean, they will have the show with anything I say here. If you say contrary to it, then don't call me anybody. I can't lie to Vera. Look, I'm not somebody that begging for recognition.
Exactly.
I already been recognized.
Yeah.
That's why even when we do the Moses PRA, I was not fighting for position. I was already in the back. So I'm not fighting over position with nobody. Vera telling you tonight say that Eric Talu and Eric Joey and somebody call her. Where they met her before they call her. I met Vera to Burma Bridge. I told Vera we already established Moses PRA and we want you to be our first president. Before we met Vera, we have had series of meetings trying to put people together. How did Vera need to because we had a quorum we already established quorum before I told her about the Moses PRA stuff.
You told her and you recommended her. You told her because of involvement in the community or action mover and putting things together.
I mean, based on up to now I still admire her. But but she will not come here and say I'm 4% on the line, I'm 3% on the line. Come on, you can't be doing that. Moses PRA already established. We already. I told you when that thing came about, I only connected them my little brother because they were driving truck. And then know these people there around. I said, Mama, y'all gave me names so we can call meetings. We have meetings so many times in 2 months. Even the riding that you're talking about now today, they can't ask her. But they were already in our meetings.
Okay.
So
no, because me, I came into Moses PRA. I think my first convention that I went to in Moses PRA was PA, and Vera were in that meeting. Yeah. And Bishop Freeman was the president. Mr. Yallah was the gold chairman that time.
That was Bishop.
I think Lawrence T. and all of them would do it.
That was Bishop's second term, and he went back.
Somebody went and signed somebody's signature.
You went with Web Ballet, yes. We'll come to that.
Almost ran away from the organization because when somebody signs something, must say, my first time when somebody forged somebody's signature, when I see.
So Prince, you witnessed one of the situations where Moses PR was drowning, and you saw how we handled it. You were in that meeting. We had meeting to how they call it in Derby. We had meeting in the hall. You participated in all our meetings, and all we're doing in that meeting was to calm down the situation and then handle it professionally, and we solve the problem. You were right there, right? But
she was part of the solving problem too because I saw her there.
Okay, nobody disputing that. That's not what we're here for. I mean, we only came on here to clear certain things. And if you go back, I mean, you on the show, you been interviewing, nobody mentioned anything about you eat somebody money. Yeah, that's what we were discussing.
No. You didn't say so. She
claimed that we did something She claimed that we did something unconstitutional. We removed her from the account and put other people there, which of course is not true. So we saying no. Now, by you coming to ask questions, the money you're talking about, I'm telling you, you're meaning the account. Where is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be in the account, and we made it there. And the reason we close our account because you have authority over our account, you are refusing to transition. So I told you clearly when I called you, Vera, we found it. And besides that, the guys need to go have their inauguration. You told me, oh, you're there about it. So I said, okay, oh, my living about it too. It's not going to happen. And then we did the right thing. And then later, we went for a convention to Kentucky. She did not show up. After that convention, that's when Vera called me that she went to my cousin Daisy House to carry the documents. So I asked her, what kind of document? Oh, Alex, Mr. Chairman. And what we got mutual respect for each other. She called me Mr. Chairman, I called Madam President. Mr. Chairman, I brought the documents. I said, which document, Madam President? Oh, the 513, all the documents I got. So I said, Madam President, is belated. You made because of your how they call it, your refusal, we have to re-register with IRS. And if like I said, I don't want to call name, but the previous administration heard about Mr. Freeman. If anything, account will tell you they did not receive that certified check from the board until they open the new account. And you know the reason why it delayed up to 3-4 months? Because they have to apply for new 501(c). And we waited that document came. They opened the account before we.
So you change your organization name?
Yeah, we have to change. We have to change it because you can use or most P Harry Association Harry. It's HARRY. But because it already been assigned a number and we're going back, so we change it to IRS.
So Harris.
Which is the man's actual name. The man is Moses Harris. But then when they register initially, they have Moses Harry. So what for the second time now, we couldn't use Moses Harris, so we have to use Moses P. Harris, which is the man's actual name. But that's not really
so I mean, obviously the organization name will change.
Yes, I mean technically because
you 501(c) number, you have to change it.
Yes. So by coincidence, I mean for a good reason, for a good coincidence. Now we're able to use the actual name that the man used as a government official in Labrador for which we know him to be. You understand? So the point here is not about money disappear from the account. Now you came to accuse people of booting you out. You've been verified by the panel. You will verify you. You playing the victim, and that's not the case. All the confusion Moses PR been having from the onset, where some of us were present, we always solve the problem. We never went outside to go find solution. You, Prince, you witnessed one of the situation where Bishop, who was already a sitting president, vying to be re-elected, he did not pay money, and his clearance was falsified. That brings heavy noise. The chapter president, whose name I will not also mention here, the chapter president got pissed. He got mad with his secretary. Why would you approve of Bishop? Bishop say, "Oh, our chapter."
And because the man saw the look, viewer, and Marcel, you are not there, but that was my first time going among them, and the guy look at the clearance to clear Bishop to contest. He look at the signature. God said this signature here. That's my signature here. He may cry. He says
so what happened, Prince? The president supposed to approve of the letter of
that's what we do in branch association. When you're in the chapter, the president will read clear. You see the man clear opinion.
So Mr. Freeman, who is the sitting president, was running for re-elections. So he need to get his clearance from his local chapter, and he got his clearance submitted to the election commission. He was the only person contesting anyway. Yeah. But then the chapter president said he wasn't the one who issued that clearance. His signature was forged by the secretary. Yeah. So we want to meet the secretary and made it, and he apologized, and we solved the problem. We move on. And Prince, that problem was
the secretary after they jammed the man, they cornered him. That's it. I mean, it's 14. More what?
No, you said you're not in your realm now.
I was sitting, you know, when we entering the hall, I was sitting right to the door. The guy said that thing, I ran outside, I started laughing. The guy admitted.
Yeah, he said
Then
you're
the
not in
guy,
your
then
realm
my man, then the guy now the president, they talked to him, he accepted, and now they settled it in there, but it took a lot of time. That was pressure and all this stuff.
It would have been a big issue if Bishop had a contender in the race, because the contender would have argued that Bishop was not.
It was going to be sure. It was going to be sure. It was going to be. It was going to be.
Nobody was in the race, so Bishop had white ballot, and that's a small one.
Bishop announced. Bishop we went to Beaumont Bridge, and we all started dancing all over the place. So they this letter here, and you wrote it to her. So obviously, what she said that her name was removed. I mean, they let her prove here that there was a letter to her. She received it, and she
decided not to act on it.
She did not act.
And that letter was giving clear instruction, and the instruction was implemented by the other people who were on the account with her. The late Senator Colin may peace be to her arches, and Reverend Jackson Pine. They were also signatory to the account. So they received the letter and they tried to get in touch with her. She said she was busy. I mean, for some reason she could not show up. And they executed the order, but not order per se, but the request by the board, because the organization needed to move on.
Yeah.
But off the record, Vera is on, she's listening, and she knows nobody going to make any story. Vera told me that she was not going to do any transition. She was not going to tell or anything. We can do anything we want to do. Okay. And again, I called Mr. Flahn. Mr. Flahn called. I'm quite sure, according to him, she repeated the same thing. So that's what prompted me. I said, I'll read her an official letter letting her know what we're going to do. So everything was documented, Madam Okyne. Nobody removed it from any account and put somebody there surreptitiously.
And the board had meeting, the board agreed.
Yeah, and the board is not just one person. The board is a hope. It's a hope, that everybody represented on the board. So nothing was done in the dark. Nothing was done. Yeah, nothing was done in the dark. Nothing was done surreptitiously. I mean, you were removed because you were no more the leader, and you refused to go to get in the veteran community. So we say, okay, the organization cannot go to sleep because you refuse, because of what you think you claim to be not fair to you. And the players, but then that technically were affected, for which you were advocating, people they already conceded. You know, Mr. Flahn, myself, and other people who call up, even there were other folks in the community that were involved.
You know what I mean, Manu spent to call the garden of Noah Solo House and kept them there for 9 hours just for peace.
And everything was so. Why you stay agreed? You served 5 years. You served your term, and you served. You served diligently. You served your term. You did what you could do. Why it is true there was accusation here and there concerning money, but that was not the issue. You were never adjudged guilty. You were never persecuted, and you always been revered as the mother of the organization, as the iron lady. People respect you, which of course is true. Then now, why you coming on show telling people that you guys remove me, unknowing to me, on constitution, all that kind of stuff? So that what prompted us to come here tonight. The formation of the organization, like I said, I didn't say anything, and I trust Mr. Flahn. I don't think you're going to make any story, but I was not there for the formation of the organization. When I got in, I think the organization had a new birth, and the new birth was seeing her leaving and coming in with new administration. And if Mr. Freeman is around, you tell Mr. Freeman, they call me clearly that Vera refused. You don't get in. She says you're not getting no money. And the inauguration was just like 1 week to the town. The inauguration was to be here out of town, way in the Midwest, in Iowa. So I called, I said, listen, if you can't do any transition now, give them the money that they have inauguration. She said, no. So you've
been listening for long now. What are your questions to
Yes. So my question, I think the question I actually wanted to ask, while listening, I pick up something that, but I will still ask, because if you ask, you don't make your role. So who was the first president of this Moses P. Harris?
Okyne Davis. I mean, Davis Okyne, sorry. Davis Okyne.
Okay, so, and then she lasted there for 5 years?
Almost 5 years, which was more.
Almost 5 years.
Over the constitutional term. She served 2 terms. Yeah, and then she was in the 5th year, and then we ushered in, we had the election, and then new administration came in.
Mr. Freeman, Austin Freeman came in.
Okay.
And then he served 4 years, then.
So he himself served 2 terms, and then he turned it over to other people now, whatsoever.
No one had president at that time. Because we went to North Dakota, and then
Yeah, because it's always noise, always, and you know, and somehow, I mean, why is somehow like talking? They kind of talking for me. I can't continue. Every year we'll have the one conversation. John Brown do the one okay, everybody do the one okay. I mean, it's just too much. So, Mr.
So
Yallah, we answer all these here.
how is she being, Prince, or how is she being, forcefully removed if she has already served her, for 2 terms, and it was turned up for the documentation to be overturned to the new leader. So how is she coming up that she's being, she was forcefully removed?
No, so her claim was not that she was forcefully removed.
no,
She
she didn't say
claimed,
they remove him.
Oh,
yeah, she claimed
oh,
that the
okay.
board,
I'm just
the board,
asking.
the
Okay.
board removed her from the finances, remove her name, and put a new people on the finances.
Without
That which of course,
consent.
yeah, without her consent, and which of course that's not true. That's a contention here. That's what the whole show is about.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was not about staying in power. She already her time was
She
over,
served her
but
time.
to 10 over everything. And I just mentioned here just now.
Mm.
Because again, beside the money aspect, she didn't want to switch anything nature because best knowing to her, she said she was not doing it. And she told me clear cut up front. She didn't hide anything. Mr. Yallah, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, I'm not going to transition anything, I'm not going to transfer anything, I'm not doing nothing. And you can go ahead and do anything you want to do. And then we did what we were supposed to do, which of course was in conformance with the law. Now the next thing was we needed paperwork. No paperwork. When they got asking for Iowa again, no paperwork. They had to go file a whole different paperwork. That's when the whole name switched from Moses P. Harry to Moses P. Harris. Because one name can get can apply for
Yeah, you
501
can get a file C3
you understand?
or
So that
EMI.
took another 3-4 months. In fact, our year, the guys were calling me, Mr. Chairman, we want the money now. So I said, no, the money is in Moses P. Harry name certified check. It's laying in my house here in the drawer. I'm not giving it to you until you open your account because that was the agreement. When you come back from the convention, we open a new account. Then everybody walk to the bank, put their signature on. So to go open a new account, now they got stuck because no paperwork. So we got to file in paperwork, wait for the return of paperwork to come through. Go through, we'll get everything, and then we'll go open the account. And exactly what happened. So we left from Wells Fargo's bank now, and we went to PNC Bank. And I think that PNC Bank, they still have up to now, maybe, I don't know whether they changed it.
They're going by the Wells Fargo.
Yeah,
US Bank.
so just make some clarity here. We decided to come on the show because they phone him, I would say technically the phone in president, so to speak, which of course that her position, she deserved that, come on the show to explain because I mean even the whole discussion was not even anything about Moses PR. I don't know why she had to mention our name. And now if she had mentioned my name, but just in the way what things happen, I got no reason coming on.
You see, the host of the show asked her a specific question. Was there any transitional? Did she turn over? That when she went into that, but you hear Daniel asking her. So she went in there that you guys.
That state does not warrant warrant her to give false narratives. So that what we decided to come on now to clear the air. So yes, Vera, that money was taken away from you because the board actually you refused. So we have to give the money to go to the inauguration, and then also the organization has to stay survive to continue to thrive. So we did what we could do, and that was saved Moses PR today and up to now. Like you said, you've been revered as the mother, as the Iron Lady. If Moses PR had died by that time, you would not be saying these things.
Okay. So I mean, so you're gonna give her credit though, because she's still around.
There are a lot of credit to go around.
Nobody's going to take away the credit that she has.
She's still around. All the presidents. I don't see Bishop Fremont like the way I see Vera in this committee.
No, Bishop Fremont, they're extremely well. Let me tell you the reason why.
What I mean after Bishop left the scene.
Okay, I'll tell you.
I don't see him after he left the scene. I still see Vera because my first convention Vera in the hall.
Oh, you don't see him participating? That's what you mean?
Yes. That
person not to call him into the show and ask him what you can see. He will tell you.
No, what I'm saying, I'm asking you, when you give her credit for still being around, that's what I want to. There's a question to you, Alexander Yallah.
I gave up credit for still being around.
Yes, the former president still doing things in the.
What's going on with your mind, friends? Prince, to just answer the question, the audience listening, I mean, obviously, there are a lot of credits to go around. Madam Okyne see fit she she said she was a member of the organization in Liberia, in Monrovia, and she came here and she was contacted by, according to her, 4 person on the line, and she came in, ushered her in as president, and she stayed around. Yeah, so she got that credit. Nobody can take it away from her. Nobody can take that credit away from her. Yes, definitely. And she one of the presidents I would compare to, like, I mean, or somebody like Mother Mariah Diaz. Mariah Diaz from the KSDA in New York. And she stuck around, she stayed around, even as to the extent where she's not feeling well, she go to all the programs. So yes, Vera take you got, I mean, that credit can be apportioned to her with no reservation. Okay, but that's not the point here. If you first of all, she mentioned as soon as they talk about MPHA, you go back to the tape, see her dominion. She mentioned about hate, the kind of hate that in the community, and as soon as it's prompted, who hate you? Hate you for what? I mean, she didn't say we hate.
No, I don't think anybody hates. I don't think anybody hates.
And Prince, listen, and the reason why some were able to come on the show was because I mean, my cousin Daniel asked a specific question. He said, "Look, I got to talk all those things being my heart for long." And then she started mentioning I would need help. I mean, I mean, come on.
Was it marginalized by 2 of you guys?
Because
marginalized by 2 of you guys.
No. I think what we did was that we left.
Bro, not look in my face and say, I mean, I hate her.
Drew got all the support from us. Even after she left, after she vehemently refused to tell what, and we restructured the organization, she was still respected.
The only thing
still respected up to now.
It will state the fact.
That's all. I
mean,
that's so I prompted you all tonight to come on after you listen to Freeman show. She was not saying the truth. She was not saying the whole story and being truthful.
Yeah, she had too much false narrative.
Yeah, she had. You to be the one to state the fact. That's what
Prince, the answer here is yes. She had too much false narratives, and that's not fair to everybody. We can't do that to her. So she can't do that to other people.
And I can tell you, during her time, when the PRF flourish, they ended her president. It's because what? It was because we were around her. It's because the people were pulling her around. It's because we're giving her all the support. It's because anything come up, we suppress it. Because we want the organization to go further.
So are you the chief suppressor, eh?
No, but I mean, I want the organization to be fine. Look,
Mr. Flahn didn't want trouble
when you
and
put
to bring something
together,
that he put together.
You want that thing to grow. Because even if you don't take credit, but once they keep going, one day people know that this thing started by 1 or 2 persons. I mean, we're not craving for credit. I mean, yeah, I'm not going somewhere already. I believe my I'm from Israel. When I find I mean, you don't see me vying for both chairman, president, and what have you. All I was doing, all my role is support the role. So I had no reason to come here and lie on anybody. We not come here tonight to say, oh, you want to take money from what you don't want.
No, that's not a discussion.
Not what we're here for. But she should, I mean, are you surprised her tonight to even come on here on the show here to tell you say?
So gentlemen, we've been here now for a couple of times. Let me open the mic, let me open the line so people can ask you 1 or 2 questions, then we call it a night. So the first question on the line tonight is Dinon Talley. So Dinon Talley, President Dinon Talley, please go ahead and ask your question. They are listening.
Okay. Good evening, guys.
Yeah, good evening, lady. Good evening, Dinon.
Go ahead.
Okay, sorry I put myself on mute by mistake. Good evening to everyone. I have a question for the guys because I saw when Vera on the show, she said she gave Solomon Talley the documentation to go and turn over, and they never recognized Solomon, so Solomon came out. So my question to them here is, they opened the account before going to the convention, or they came from the convention before opening the account? They're removing Vera name from the account.
Good question, Madam President, and anyway, good evening to you too. The answer to your question, to the best of my recollection, I wasn't at the inauguration, so I cannot really attest whether Solomon Talley was there. He gave paperwork. But what I can tell you is Madam David Okyne, former president of MPHA or founding president, had already vehemently refused that you're not turning over anything to anybody, right? She's not going to give she's not going to give even the money for the inauguration or what have you. And that's what prompted us to write letters to put on records and then later on solve the problem by following the Constitution. Now, after that, the people got back before the opening account. Just to answer your question, they came back for the opening account. A Solomon Tale went there and carried papers and told them, say, I got your people here. I got no clue of that. Because the National Administration never called me and told me, say, oh, Mr. Chairman, guess what? We'll get all the documents here and we're going to open it. Because technically, if they have received the document, they were definitely going to come here straight and go open the account. Time to open the account, no paper. I went back to see Vera again. And she still said, no, she will not give me anything. Oh, Mr. Chairman, you're taking the money from Biamin and you can't call me and me to be your sister? In a very friendly way. That she put it like family put this. I said, yes, you stay my sister. The organization stay here. It still have to draft. We need the paper. She said, no. I told you, you gotta go and do anything you want to do. That's how I informed them. She said, listen, we have to apply for the new paper because Vera said she's not giving the papers. So after the account was established, we went to another convention in Kentucky. We came back before Madam Okyne called me and said, your papers there are ready. I won't give it to you. Saying, I'm going to give it to your sister, your cousin this out to her place. I bring the brown envelope to give it to her. That's when she came up with our whole brown envelope story. But I can't.
The new people were already filed.
Yeah, I can't attest that Solomon Tale went to the program and carry people that will give to anybody. I have no clue. Nobody told me anything about that. And I can also refute that it did not happen. So that's the answer to the question, Mama.
All right, thank you so much, President Yallah. Mr. Flahn, do you have anything to say about that? Whether you are saying Solomon on the program and you never recognize him?
No,
he went there to turn over.
I don't know which inauguration though. I don't know whether the inauguration went to in Iowa.
Yeah. No, she said at a program.
Yeah, when they went to put Bishop, the 2012 thing they're talking about.
Yeah,
before they went to.
Go ahead.
The reason why I was asking them, they said she refused. When she refused, how can she send her secretary to tell this guy to say go and turn over, and the guy never been recognized, according to her. So when they came back from the convention, the guy said, well, the people did not recognize me, so I have the documentation here. And she asked Solomon to mail it back to her. So when Solomon mailed it back to her, that's when she took it to DC to give it back to
No, Madam Tale. It didn't work that way.
Ellis, wait.
No, let me just correct that part. Mr. Flahn, you come in. Madam Tale, can you imagine there was a whole convention? There was a convention that went on a Bishop's Watch in Kentucky. After that convention was very successful. A lot of money was raised. It was after that convention, the chairlady, the former president called me, said she got all paper with her. So it's almost like a whole year now passed. So no, that's not true. It didn't come from the convention. She called me.
Okay.
You had transition work in administration. You are president too, right? But if your tenure is over and people and then they ask you to turn over, if you are corporate president, the first thing you say, okay, look, you know what? I will not be at this inauguration where I'm going to be turning over, but my vice president, my secretary will be there. And so my secretary will be there to turn over to the board. If you have said that, maybe they will have recognize Solomon Tale. But when they call you, Donald Tale, and say you need to turn over, you say, I will not turn over on their body. So nobody knew whether Solomon Tale carried documents to play. So how would they recognize him? You see, but you got to lay that premise for your secretary because the transition start with you instructing your administration to do business and say, look, turn over this document. So look, Mr. Flahn is coming to Iowa, and he the one going to turn over every document we have to this administration. If that was to happen, if we knew Mr. Solomon Tale was there at that point in time to turn over, they would have called him to turn over. But if you say you don't going to turn over, then beyond the poor by Mr. Tale there, how would they know that Mr. Tale wanted to go turn over a document?
And more, Madam President, I think Bishop Freeman would be the best to answer that question because he's the one that was inaugurated. Like I said, I wasn't there. Even though the board represented, the board co-chairman was there, Moses Cooley. But nobody called me or nobody told me that anything that Solomon Tale engaged anybody. So maybe Bishop Solomon to Bishop, and Bishop to say, my man, I'm not here for that moving from me. Maybe Bishop will be the one to answer to that. But to the best of my recollection, no, we got no clue. Nobody told other people because technically we want the paper. What's the reason we're going to refuse the paper? Who already the organization money, which is the important part, has been transitioned already to the people. The banner money is incentivized. I mean, bench cashier check. So why would we refuse paper? So if you say our secretary went and call basketball and take it, I mean, like I said, I can't really speak to that.
Okay.
I'm not going to make up any story
Okay.
or something I don't know about. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, that was the thing. I was kind of a little confused and how she be removed, but the length of the time too. So then you guys are right to do what you're there because I'm the former member of Moses P. Harris. We started it when they started having their teleconferences. That first night we were all on the
I even
line.
saw you. I saw you in Pennsylvania. I saw you in Pennsylvania that day. You were the late. I saw you. Yeah, that was the first time I met you
The
too.
first convention we went for, it was 2009.
Yeah.
I started
Very
getting
good.
on their teleconferences in early 2009. So when Karen said 2006, that's why I say it was between 2008 2009. But when I went on that convention, from there, I don't like the name of Moses P. Harris. We are crown people and we are celebrating railroad man. That's what I left. The man son was in the parking lot. I didn't even know. He friend asked me, say, "Oh, what the people doing? Get your father name." He said, "I don't know, but in fact, this one I have to be about."
Yeah, his son was there. Exactly.
Their father, they don't have clue.
Absolutely, you were there for true. You were you're there around there.
Yes.
You went to African
Yeah,
Cultural Center.
so that's it. Yeah, thank you, guys. I just want us to
Thank you, Donna.
be together as a family in the community. So thank you. That why I had that little question. I just came on and thank you for the answer
In
too.
fact, Donna, just to know, I mean, when we're putting this stuff together, I used to hear your voice on the line, and every time we have meeting, I used to hear your voice on the line. Then when I saw you, I said, "Oh, like you the Donna that I always, talking on the line."
Even I told her some recent time we were communicating and say, do you know my first time seeing you was at the Mose PR program when you and the may so rest in peace picking young thinking, oh, I thought you were changed. She said, no, and I changed my no more like yourself. So we laugh about it.
Yeah.
The first time I saw her too at that program at the African Cultural Center right in Philadelphia there.
So I have a question, Mr. Yara. So is Moses PRA basically about Chian people or all Grenadians?
To answer the question, no. If somebody told you that, then they're fooling themselves because Moses PR was very broad based, not even just Grenadians. It's an age group based organization. People that were born from 1970 all the way, I mean, from 1969 technically to
64.
Yeah, whatsoever to 1978 or 79, whatsoever. So to answer your question, no, it's not TM based. It's not a sectional based organization. Okay. And let me tell you my experience here. I mean, it's kind of a little bit. I'm going to pivot a little bit, but I just want to say it. Mr. Flahn is here. Maybe it may sound funny. Do you know when our transaction went with our money business? Our mother, I will not call her name, but the mother called Kawu. And unfortunately for the mother, I will Kawu in the car because I want to, and I go to Philadelphia, Kawu I can go to straight. I don't Kawu horse or talk, like two people again in Philly I can go to. And I can one of my entities them matter Yallah, but mostly they are my crowd, they don't want to go to. I will Kawu in the car, the lady call Kawu more Pakuna more you players. I will let band if you're playing. It was just funny. I started laughing. So Kawu said, over the man, talking about the man, the car. She said, oh, but then she started, Jada. So Kawu said, no, I'm not John Biancuno man to take money from Vera. The law make it very clear. The Vera tell you that she refused to tell what she said, no, Vera didn't tell us. So Kawu explained to her. She said, okay, I hear it. But the first remark from the old man, which of course, I mean, like I said, I'm not calling me. The first thing was, Kawu is a chain, man. Why you John Biancuno man to go take the money from the bed from Vera? Who is a chain, which is wrong. So I just thought to bring this little joke in so we can laugh because the organization is not TM based. It's a Granada youth based, 70 born to up to, I mean, 60 was it all born up to 70 something born, and we all joined the group with different ages. In fact, people that we encourage to join the group, they were not even 70 born. There are a lot of folks that came in the organization that were not born in 70, they were born far before the 70s. But they saw that the organization was making very good progress in the community. Do you know the first real organized debate for Granada Association was hosted by Mose P. Harris? And I will get Vera some credit here because she was the president. We'll give her credit for that. But if you come here and assume that everybody hate you for what reason, I don't understand. And then you take people action to be like it wrong. No, we took that action because that was the best to save the organization because I don't know what making you angry. You did not contest the election. You supported your team. Like I said, she was the initial election commission. She resigned because she got a team she was supporting. And which of course that was fair. And your team did not win. Your team argued that something went on, on what they call it, unfairly, and we all talk about, we put it together, when we solve the problem, we move on. But then you saying you have the organization, money with you, the paperwork, you vehemently refuse, you're not going to turn it over. Like you said, are you alone going to be there money to the organization? No, that was not fair. So in my capacity as the board chairman, a lot of people look up to me, that's when now the board power came in, and we have to implement what the Constitution said. So you can't commandeer the organization money in the document and we just sit down. What they're doing now. 2 different administrations took money, nobody behind them. But Duma Bolton, no. Duma Bolton, Bishop made financial report every 3 months until the 4 year was completed. Every time he made the 3 month end, 1 week part, 2 week part, will write him officially to remind you to make a report. Because based on a report, we know what exactly going on with the organization finances.
I have a question. I don't want to forget this question. So, from my take, while listening to you guys very keenly, that means there was no finances that were overturned by the former president, right?
Technically, you could say that. She did not. She refused to turn over the finances, so it was taken by the board.
Well, when you went there was money there. When you went to the bank, there was money there. Mr. Yallah, when you went there, she refused. You went there. Was there money there? Was there money there?
Yeah.
Yes, there was 7,000 plus American dollars in there. I mean, maybe
so she didn't. Nobody took any money. The money was there.
Okay, so this is the deal here. It's not our place to say whether money was taken or not because we were not in leadership.
You were chairman at that time, so you went there and saw the money.
No. Listen now.
But you want to tell me when your memo you came in at that time, Mr. Yallah, she was not giving financial report?
No, I didn't see any financial report during period time. I have to be first and see her. And I don't mean to say it to pull her down. No.
So you were in an organization where it's a difficult question though.
Okay, let me tell you something here. I say you want to go into you say we're in a hot seat. Let me just come up here with this information, right? So around the 5th year, or maybe almost in the beginning of the 5th year, which of course was kind of long overdue for her tenure, that's when I came in, right? Very actively. And after that convention in Ohio, can you imagine we conclude, I think the organization based on the fact that according to the guys were accusing her of using the bank account or whatsoever, it was concluded from that convention that the money that was raised at that convention should not go to that account again. It should be kept by the treasurer, and I think maybe a new account should be open, or the treasurer should take the money and deposit the account. They're going to put some mechanism into place, right? That's how the treasurer took the money. The treasurer took the money.
Probably happened again.
Yeah, the treasurer took the money with him. That money also they saw daylight, and it began noise. Now again, I'm not going to call him, but a particular individual was so magnanimous. Magnanimous enough to admit his wrongdoing, and that money was restituted. You understand what I'm saying?
So everything started from the
time I've been active.
Taking money, things started from the get-go, from the start.
From the time I was active to the time new leadership came in, and also in a financial report from the outgoing administration. So I didn't know how much. But
Mr. Flahn, we're going to conclude this thing now, Mr. Flahn. But when they went to get the money, Mr. Yallah went to get the money, the man 7,000. Were all the members okay?
Yeah, and I mean, there are no complaints with me.
No complaints.
Like I said,
nobody complains. So yeah.
No.
During zero time, we were in the familiar state, and everybody was on board. We're not worried about we eat money, we don't eat money. Everybody was going fine. So long there was no noise in the administration, everything was fine. Like I said, we never experienced these. Probably now we're experiencing during zero time that somebody will take the money, just get the whole entire money from MPHA. Don't have money behind it. No, we never had the kind of.
So Yallah, let's go to Yallah before I go to you. They hold PHA now currently. Someone told almost 20-some thousand of your money. You got that info?
Yes.
Yeah.
I follow.
Both of you heard it?
Yes, I said I follow. Yes.
So what your take on it? How you feel about it?
So before I answer your question, let me just set a premise. So after we served as board chairman for 2 terms, 4 consecutive years, and we made sure we stuck to the teeth. I mean, when it comes to Constitution, Austin B. Freeman administration was mandated, virtue of the Constitution requirement, to make financial report quarterly. So if you calculate a quarter in a year, 4 different times it's all made report. We got 4 quarters in 1 year. Yeah. So 4 times 4, that's 16 financial report Bishop made, and Bishop made 2 convention report, and 2 inaugural report. Oh no, sorry, 1 inaugural report because the second one they didn't have inauguration. You understand? All that report was submitted to the board. Those records are still part in most PRA file on my computer. Okay? In the after Bishop time was over, he left. Other people came in, they told leadership. In fact, the convention that brought that was the first convention after Bishop was elected. For the second time that at that convention, I resigned from the board chairman because I was now moving up, going to KSDA to take the leadership role. I was now contemplating to go wrong and to contest in KSDA elections. So I said it at that convention in Iowa that, ladies and gentlemen, the board going to have elections and I'm going to pass the leadership or somebody else because I got to move on. I'm going to my district now to go and run for leadership there. And I'm quite sure I'm going to win. And everybody say, okay, good luck. And then we'll move on. So to just come back to your point, after Bishop 10, the first problem we had, I think they had an interim government because they went again to whatsoever they were having. No, I think you were in that at that convention. Where again, the same money business, people not ready, so they want to vote, other parties ready, so they don't want to vote. That whole thing went, your phone interim government there. During the interim government time, I think another guy was the board chair. Time for the guy to tell, oh, money when came again. And then we came in the picture. And some of our parents and family members got insulted because we called this individual said, look, my man, you got to bring organization money, and we got all these insults. However, we did not relent, and the individual realized that what he did was wrong. He apologized and brought the money. We made progress. The other man came again to over again, 9,000 plus gone. So, but then, I mean, I'm not on the board, I'm not a board member, and for me, I don't know about Mr. Flahn, but I got very tired. Of the one every time it will be noise. What kind of organization is that? Every convention there should be noise. So I will let you know. I don't have time for this, and I did not join the group to be part of conflict resolution. Every year, like conflict resolution. What program making? Okay, we no development on in the place. The whole resolving conflict. So to answer your question, yes, I heard that the young lady, I don't know whether she treasurer or vice president or what role she played. She told more, I think 18,000-19,000 organization money and come on DLR money in your pocket for herself. But trust me, if I were there and acting as board chairman or board member, I don't think it was going to happen. And not because I got lion face or I get devil hair on my shoulder, no. But because the rules and regulations would have been in place. The structure would have been in place. We would have followed the structure to the ladder. And sometimes people get very annoyed about the point that you wanted to follow rules. They don't want to follow rules. That's sometimes what brings some of the argument. But again, in our absence, this thing happen. I'm not saying we're the best ones to be able to, when we there, then people will not do something wrong. But I'm just telling you that for me, I got so tired of the whole conflict resolution and just decided to just sit back. So if you ask me what am I doing, I'll tell you zero, nothing. Because my fast is not there anymore again. Even though the one I left, I've contributed, I left it there. I just wave it, let it go. And I'm putting anything in MPHA again, and they can continue to run the way they want to run.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I'll give you time to. I don't know if I should give Eddie Yallah 2 minutes or 1 minute to close, but I think I'll give Eddie Yallah 30 seconds.
Yeah, but so Flahn, with the money you now, then I'll let Eddie come.
30 seconds.
Mr. Flahn, I would like you to speak to that issue for 1 minute, for that, then we'll conclude.
Okay, so I mean, I still have hope and confidence in the current administration that they will work modality in restituting that money. I think they have stuff in place. I just want to encourage almost MPHA members, they shouldn't lose hope. And things happen. Well, once the administration has shown you and say that they are working out things to make sure that they restitute that money, then people should give the administration the benefit of the doubt. And I want to encourage the administration too, that that if you can't restitute that money, the organization will die right in your hand, because the people will not have confidence again to contribute 1 cent to this administration. The administration that in power now started with good fortune. They were raising money here and there. Everybody was coming back to MPHA. Everything was going fine, and they were just about to unleash one of the beautiful projects ever that we've been running after before the money thing happened. So I hope that they continue fighting to restitute that money, to gain the people's trust back. Other than that, the organization might die prematurely again under their watch. But everything should go peacefully with the law so that they can restitute the money. And I want
thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yallah, and thank you very much, Mr. Flahn. for coming out here and setting some records straight here tonight. But the most PRs that you guys fought for, that your Vera Davis Okyne, Alexander Yallah, and the late Eddie Freeman, the Uriah Sohn, the Eric Joey, and what's that guy, Anthony Tuet. You guys fought for.
The late Tuakoli.
They Tuakoli,
Yeah,
Reverend Jackson Pine, all those people that you fought for. It's in dire need, it's suffering, it's suffocating. There's a need for you guys to get in there and try to help it out and bring it back to life, or it's going to die. For someone to walk in the bank and take that much money, it's very much disheartening. It's a criminal act, and we're not going to sugarcoat it here. But there's a need for your viewer is already in there, because when it happened, I heard her voice in most of the meeting trying to find a solution to see how they can talk to the lady to bring the money back. Everything that they felt on debt in the hole, it went in the hole. The friend may say it went in the tube. It's messed up. They buy it. So there's a need for you to get there and try and bring the organization here. And what we're doing here is not to bring people down here. It's when your name is mentioned in this thing, in certain things like this in the community of undermine posting people, undermine your leaders, you can come and then you ask you clear the record, set the record straight. So right now, give Kau about 1 minute, 2 minutes, give his parting comment, then go to Mr. Yallah Flahn, then me and my co-host will have 5 minutes before we cut it out tonight. So Mr. Flahn.
Yeah, thank you, Frank. Thank you so much. And I want to let all of my mostly PRA members know tonight that we're not here to fight one another. I know when people heard that we're coming on the show, they think that we're coming to fight, to denigrate, to do this. No, anything I'm part of, I don't do those things. I mean, my own DNA is not to bring people down. The only reason why I came on this show tonight is because I was shocked to hear that, Yallah Flahn and Eddie Yallah, they took my name from on the bank and without my consent. And it went all out. So I had to come here to clarify my name that we didn't do such. We supported Vera, who I admire so much, that I myself talked to her. But she said that 4 person. I know I could I mean 1 person. But it's fine. But I know the funny members that in most people I know how Vera came on board. And I'm looking for credit. One most people were doing fine. That was fine for me. And that was, I mean that's what I was looking for. One most people were doing fine, doing Vera time. We brought in so many people. But because of this behavior here and there, that's what made all these people then they say some people then some of the world name guy who brought in, they get left. And I hope that we bring back that same Moses PRA that will get people confidence so that people can come back to Moses PRA. Moses PRA is one of the youth organizations right now in Granite Association. And so we all need to work together. This kind of honor money trying to take people credit and run with it, routine, not anything. It's not going to help us. If somebody doing it for you, honor it. Respect it. It's not going to kill you. Okay? We're not fighting. We're not fighting for anything. We're promoting one another. That's all the Mother PRA was all about. So tonight we came to clarify that we didn't move Vera unknown to her. Vera was removed with her consent, and she knew that. So that was not something, and then it was not Eddie Yallah myself in the first place. It was the board decision. We went to a meeting, and the board agreed that that money should be taken from the account so that Bishop then can go ahead with the administration. If we had not done that, then and they will not have Iron Lady, will not have nobody that funny. Maybe I'm not saying I wouldn't be funny follow, and yet and you will not be having nothing. Will not be able to break down like other organizations that will finish. But when you put something together, you got to fight so they can grow. That's what we did. So we didn't do it because we hate somebody or we don't like somebody that no day in my life where Vera myself said suck tea as one another. I always call Super V. That's how I call her. And so to get credit, Vera stood for me so many times when I was running here, when I was doing things here. So there's no reason I will come again at Vera and saying this and this. But in life, do not when somebody giving you all respect, do not try to bring them down. Okay, and that's how it is. So we came here tonight, and all what we came for it was to clarify, and things to the audience. I pray that both the PRA fight underneath this young leadership so that we can come back together. We pray that even our sister that took that money will see courage that she can bring that money back. We had that in the it's only one. One gentleman took the money. He was jammed. He took it, but after we talked to him, we didn't go to court. That gentleman brought the money back. The gentleman, the money.
Your organization will be carrying money in.
Okay, so if you can do that, it will help the organization. We beg you, do not break the organization down because
you want to take money.
Yourself. Bring that money back. Administration fight hard so that money can come back, so that people can, people can regain confidence. Other than that, look at the convention we plan to go to. This place here, Arizona. Nobody want to pay because how many times people pay their money, then people they want to get the money and carry it. They also going to attorney general. Attorney general can fight no case. Okay, no. I'm telling you.
Was it FBI attorney general?
Yeah, he tell me.
You call it FBI. That's you.
I think you're not for your case. You just making a member that say different. Take a good lawyer and fight your case and get your money back. I don't see any case yet. Some we put a fair case into attorney. The general will never go to court. Senator. But up to now, just doing attorney general. It's not going to work, my brother. We got to do things real so that people then are paying their 1 cent, so they will know that I'm still fighting for them.
People just have to be honest and stop going.
Thank you. People money. I hope we had a nice show. We're not here to step on anybody to want this to be better and continue to grow. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Flahn. Let's go to Mr. Yallah.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Dawud, and I want to say thank you to those who took out their personal time to come on here to listen to us. Like Mr. Flahn said, nobody came here to put anybody down. It's just a matter of, like you said, in your hairline to sharpen the contradictions, because when there are stories out there and they're not being narrated the right way, it's always equipping upon people who are mentioned in the story to keep it straight. So nothing personal here. Well, technically, we're all kind of interrelated. I just told you on this show that I was also technically convinced and encouraged to join MPHA by the very Madame Okyne's brother, Vera Davis Okyne's older brother, Alex Gay, and also Yallah Flahn. So technically, we don't join the organization to showcase any how they call it, any supremacy or superiority. No, we join these things because people see fit. They tap into us to come and serve in positions, and we do everything to the possible to the best of our ability. I will tell you, from the time I began out to MPHA to the time I decided to step back, the very Mr. Flahn man, I will give it out to him. With his support and my own support, we solved over 7 different conflicts.
Yeah.
I would have decimated this organization, and one of the conflicts was right in your presence, Prince.
You went there to be something. You need to go where were you in?
Yeah, so you yourself said, but man, you'll get patient, And most of the time, we'll always come up with a very amicable, or how they call it, solution. We don't really end up in conflict. Unfortunately, in some of our absent now, the big money coming up, people take 9,000, others take 19,000. And it's just kind of disappointing. Yeah, so I just want to say clearly, Vera, you came on. Apparently, maybe again, you came to push for exactly what you said. Like you said, you try to come correct Mr. Flahn. Whether it was necessary or not, that's fine, that's your choice. But again, we did not come here to say anything negative about you, or other than to correct what you said. Because in fact, for me, it was your body language and your verbal expressions. You were very outraged, talking about hate. Some of the men asked me, MPHA, is that talking about hate? In fact, when you mentioned our name, he said that's when the politics came to MPHA. How will you form an organization that got bylaws and constitution and you're not practice politics? You're talking about elections. You're talking about putting people together. At each other to contest. So there will all be politics. But does the politics? Is our intention to keep the politics dirty or clean? That's what the decision is. And all the time we were there, MPHA was always safe. It was a good organization. Like I said, I came in MPHA, I made heavy noise. Very big noise about money being, misuse, bank card being swapped here and there and there. But the very short, the very, I didn't come to say, Pastor, I'm a novice or I'm a new person. I know I just Johnny just come in. Forget no, we all got in. We stopped that person who left Ohio. We danced that day and left Ohio the next day. Even after Ohio situation, there was a big money situation that was solved again. Nobody people just people heard the news in the grapevine, but they didn't get all forcing them out ourselves. So we always have to be that way. If most people are going to thrive, trust me, people need to first of all mutual respect. You know, nobody got to come and claim how they call it ownership. The organization does not belong to any section. And if that was the case, if I'm not from that section, why should I even go join our organization? But we didn't see it that way. Mostly PR is an age-based group. It's not even a youth group because some of we're not youth. We are more than 50 years old. I'm not a youth. But it's part of the age, the year I was born in, that's the year that the people who in the organization or that the year based and the group there. So that what make me, that what made me qualify, first of all, to be part of the organization. Even other than that, people who were born before that time, they were always ushered in. They were always welcome to the organization. I can tell you when we're around, Mr. D. Wilson Bali. Mr. Wilson Bali can be, some of the guys in the organization can be their father. You got D. Wilson Bali. You got, how they call it, B. Brother Alfonso Bablo. A lot of other people, sympathize with Mr. PR in many shape and form. Some of them gave their money. So we can be around, and always see things going by. We can correct it. So sometimes we have hard feelings because our friend and family member is trying to make sure we do the right thing, and we assume the person hate or the person something. Nobody hate anybody here. Because first of all, if I don't like anything, you don't see me being part of it in the first place. That's the first thing. So if we become part of something, that is, we just want that thing to survive or succeed. So Prince, thank you. We came on, like Mr. Flahn said, we did not come to put anybody or bash anybody. We just came to make sure the false narratives that were given on the other show to correct that. Nobody remove anybody unconstitutionally. If we are not use our procedure, like Mr. Flahn said, the organization we're not going to even come to the stage where now somebody else to see 19,000 in the bank taking and carry home. You know what I'm saying? So again, thank you for your time, and thanks to everybody who came on to listen. Vera, nothing personal. We came a very long way. And just to conclude, Prince, I lived in Vlehighton for 4 consecutive years. I'm talking about doing the war time.
And when I lived among the people.
Yeah, so what happened? We're in exile in Ivory Coast, and like I said, I was doing gold business.
And then you got hit from the back and went back in Vlehighton.
What do you mean I got hit from the back? What do you mean?
You were in exile, got chased you, and went back.
No. Vlehighton was also part of the exile. The Vlehighton was built in Ivory Coast along the border, along the river.
So the guys from Grand Gide left and opened a Vlehighton in Ivory Coast.
Yeah, so what happened? All the most of the
brought the town back in Grand Gide now?
Yeah, they brought it back now. Even booming, it's viable. It's very nice now. They brought it back.
So that town was formed in the wartime.
Yeah, so
the town was there, but they put that there across.
The people went across the Ivory Coast, and
so they carried the town while they were going.
Yeah, they took the town, they put on their head and carry
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah, so I live over there with the people. Woman Robert Blake was a very good friend of mine, my papi. Even the Vera lady we're talking about, David Okyne, her mother. You go to my Twitter journal, so you say Yallah, so you say Yallah, they know who you're talking about. I live with these people. The Vlays, the Doys, all these people there. I live among the people. One day I never caused any problem. I was a businessman. I always played my role as a businessman. We lived there. Nobody heard me taking by the court concerning money. Nobody heard me scandalizing anybody character. I might have had my own ups and downs, but it is what it is. So just to say, we all kind of interrelated. So we're not going to be putting anybody down. But if you're going to express yourself or something and you don't have a recollection, just leave it. Don't bother. But when you want to talk about it, then talk about it in a way that it happened. So that's what prompted us to just come in and make some corrections. We were nothing personal. We stay family. Like you said, you took the documents from my cousin, yes. But when you called me, I told you it was belated because we had already moved on. But from getting new papers, and the organization were already on course. And you saw reason
we'll try to reach out to Vera to see if she can come and sharpen some edge and try to talk and clear the edge.
She saw reason she came back because she kind of stayed away a little bit because she was upset. Apparently, what happened? It didn't go her way. But later on, she came back after the 2000 was a convention in Kentucky. The next time, the more called me, I could tell from her tone of voice, she was excited. Mr. Chairman, I bring up people that kind of way. So we are family. So let us keep it that way. Thank you, Mr. Dower, and thank you, Mr. Yonde, or your man and co-host. You kind of, quiet. I think you asked one question, and then all the question brought all the answer. Also, thank you too for coming
Oh,
on.
upon 2009 and in the year 2000, so she now PR.
Oh, so yeah, she not
She not qualify for
So
PR.
yeah, thank you, Mr. Doba. Thank you for your time.
All right, Mr. Flahn, thank you very much for accepting the invitation. Mr. Yallah too, thank you, and we're going to see you. Thanks, bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Mr. Yone, on our co-host.
Yes. I don't know. I'm not muted. I'm born. Yes. I mean, like you said, I was born 2000. I don't know why you took almost how many years of my age, carrying me all the way to 2000. I was not born 2000. So enjoy yourself tonight. I'm an 85 born. So stop carrying me to 2000. I disagree. I want to be old. I want to be young.
Okay. So, Boo, you got yourself, you muted yourself, Boo. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You
You can hear me now? Can you hear me now?
We hear you. You're loud and clear.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. I listened to the whole show, from the onset. One of the things was the first thing they talk about was the funding of the organization. I think they were going back and forth who funded the organization, all that. But counterclaims, so at the end of the day, I believe in documentation. Mm-hmm. So if they show the documentation that this organization was founded with the name Harry, Harry, and then the other person held the document, and then based on that, they don't want to return the document, so they went ahead and formed another organization with the name Harris. Mm-hmm. So the other person tried to return the document, but the time has already surpassed. So they say, okay, let's just continue with the new name that we have. So I mean, these are counterclaims. The other person will come and say this, until we can see the documentation. Yeah, then we'll know who's telling the truth.
If we will see viewer on a document, what she get?
Okay.
If they say Y,
okay,
and then or I. S.
Okay.
Then we'll know.
We'll know. And then another thing to talk about was bringing in politics. They said they're bringing in politics in the organization. Every organization, so long you have elections and you have president, you have vice president, there will always be politics, because politics is, politics come from election.
Yeah.
So when you have election, you always have president.
You're going to campaign. You're going to do this.
Campaign, all of kind of things. You have that way. You have Amwenu. You have what
Rush.
Team Okyne, what do you call it?
Rush.
Okay, Team Rush and all that kind of stuff. So there will always be politics. So if you don't like politics, don't get into campaign, don't get into election. Yeah. So those are some of the things I gathered. And then there was another thing where they had embezzlement. Okay, they none of them were brave enough and say, okay, money was taken by this person. Everybody kind of trying to claw the they don't want to come out and say, oh, John Brown took money. You see that? So they said that, oh, the person didn't want to get the money and they want this, but none of them come out and say, oh, John Brown took money. This is the amount the person took. Okay, this is the receipts. These are the, debit card transactions. Okay, because if you're talking on this kind of show, you bring those debit card transactions for people to see whether they corroborated with what you said. So if we can look at all these things, we'll say, oh yeah, what do you guys think?
But the point here, they say they saw it, but they did not press it further because they wanted peace.
You see, why were you okay? Then why should you talk about it? Okay, if you said the person took money, look, that's why I'm different. That's why people always have problem with me. If you accuse somebody, you have all the record, and I verify the record that is corroborated that you took so and so amount, and it's corroborated with the debit card transactions. Yeah, you got to feel the full weight of it.
These two gentlemen that yet came here were not the one that pressed the charges, so they called the name.
But they talk about it. They talk about it.
They talk because there was a question that was asked.
What I heard, friends, let me just come here a little bit. What I heard from Mr. Flahn was, at that time, there was no noise about embezzlement or nobody. These things were.
Yallah said he was just coming in the organization.
He was just coming
in the organization.
Yes, but Mr. Flahn's statement that I can recall, velvetly, is that he said, what I took from his statement was, At that time, there was no noise. Okay, so that means money was being taken away, but because people weren't complaining, so they didn't take action.
Well, they could not prove it too because there was no investigation.
Exactly. So there was no investigation, but things were happening. So until Mr. Yallah came in, and our community, we there is something that I have noticed for the past time that I've started really, really being engaged in the granted associations, and all the stuff. When you stand for the truth, you will automatically be hated. Like nobody wants you because you want stuff to be done straightforward. So they will do everything possible to silence you. So until Mr. Yallah came in, and things were fine. And when Mr. Yallah came in, what's the Bishop, right? Bishop was doing financial reports every 3 months. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
So now where Mr. Unit is coming from, he's talking about doing it the right way. But when you try to do it the right way, they will take you out. So we either, compromise to do it the illegal way so we can still have faith, so we can still be praised in the community, or we go straight forward and we be labeled, we be called names and be silent. We have choice here to make.
So Mercy, this is what the problem we have in the community, because people want to compromise all the time. Because if you know that Boo Yonle took so and so, and you were able to prove it, that Boo Yonle took a car, swipe it to how do you call it, Deluxe. From there he went to Walmart and swipe it, and you have the record to prove that Boo Yonle took that debit card and he swiped it to those various places, and it's corroborated with your statement. Then Boo Yonle need to what? To replace the people money. You need to restitute. You see that? So if you don't clamp down on Boo Yonle, then when time comes, then don't clamp down on the other people. So that's the evolution of investment in the organization. These things started like that.
Maybe they don't have sufficient evidence to press a charge to.
No, but they were saying that they got statement, they got bank statement, they got the debit card transaction that shows that the individual took so and so. If they have it to prove it, then why should you compromise on that? You can't sweep that thing under the rug, because if you do it, that's the standard. If you build a house, the foundation on which you build that house will what?
So you say because they build a house on that MPHA is now having the issue where the lady was brave to go in there and took almost $20,000.
Because she knew people did it before, and the people they were not asked to restitute.
So, Mr. Yone, please let me come in a little bit, right? Prince, let's be honest with ourselves. Mr. Yone talks about foundation. Now, there's a Bible quotation that says, when the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? So the foundation, if it's not solid, if it's built on corruption, you that started the foundation, you started with corruption. Will you have the audacity to go prosecute another person who continue with the corruption that you started with?
Well, those are things that they could not even prove against the person. That's why if they could prove it against the person, they were going to go ahead and audit all.
There were proof.
But this there were proof. As she walked in the bank, she took money with the P&D and took over the counter withdrawal.
Sir, there were proof. Okay, I'm gonna go back again. And I hope my uncle doesn't get mad at me, Mr. Flahn.
Your uncle will calm down, because your uncle will definitely calm down.
I'm not talking about Mr. Yone. I'm not talking about Mr. Yone. I'm not talking about Mr. Yone. I'm talking about Mr. Flahn. I hope you don't see, because there's a statement, because when people talk, I listen very, very attentively. Because
was not straight up to or to fight for the organization that he helped.
Yes, but as long there was no complaint, they were good. Things were happening, but the fact that people didn't complain about it, they were good. But stealing was going on. Listen, my very first time attending MPHA was 2014. July. I went there, Philadelphia. That's when Vera was supposed to be turning over whatever it was, right?
14?
14. Yeah, that's I think that's when her term was expired because they said 4 years, the 5th year one before she was turning over. So when we start,
14 was Bishop Freeman was president.
yes, I said transition. That's when the turnover was. I saw her speaking, so that means she was turning over now to Bishop.
No, I think that's not.
No, I can remember.
I was there. Bishop
Was it July 2014? July. Can you remember July 2014?
I think 13 or 14. They came to Kentucky here.
Okay, that's water under the bridge.
Kentucky, then they went to. That was my first conversation to them now in Philadelphia. And that time, when you saw viewers sitting there, there was some report that were made and viewers were asking questions. She sat behind her because she was the former president. I watched they put her behind the text. But it was Bishop Freeman who was already president at that time.
But I remember she spoke at that convention.
I spoke too. Everybody spoke.
But I didn't see you, but whatever it is. But I can just recall that I saw you, speaking. So what I'm saying here, what I'm trying to bring to your memory here.
I'm sorry, I was the celebrity guy who entered the house, the building.
Oh my God! Just forget that story. Let's continue, please.
Near Woody, my cousin and myself.
Okay, forget that story. You are the celebrity. We take that. That's fine. That's fine. You're the most talked about. Yeah. So at that time, I was just getting into the community. So what I'm trying to say here tonight is that when that was my first convention. Okay. So when I want to say about Uncle Flahn, he said, they were just, happy the organization was going smooth. But the corruption that was going on, nobody was talking about it because there was no complaint. And how can it be that a president is in power for all those years and there were no, report that were being made? And you guys are so complex and you guys are so just relaxed.
No report because Eric said he couldn't speak on it because he came in at that time in that process. So he was not around viewer time.
No, I'm always not quoting Mr. Yallah. I'm always not quoting Mr. Yallah. My statement said, I hope my Uncle Flahn don't get mad because that one statement he made, I'm gonna keep, speaking on it. That's what I said. Mr. Yallah came in later on. So you get it? So I'm not talking about him.
Oh yeah, because Kentucky was 2013. I had my first time seeing Yallah. When first time seeing Yallah in Kentucky.
Okay, Mr. Yallah said 2013 was Kentucky.
I said my first time seeing Yallah was 2013 in Kentucky.
Yes, so 2014 was Freeman's second term. So I saw Vera in the hall. It was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
It was not Vera who was the president.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Whatever it is,
I was 2014 we had an election. Nobody contested against Bishop. Bishop was a white ballot. He was going for his second term. So he served from 2014, his second term, 2015, 2016. And when he left, 2 years in South Dakota, North Dakota, South Dakota, I want to Dakota.
Okay, so Mr. Yone, so while we are saying here tonight, Prince, what I was telling you,
when that MPHA was funded on, I don't want to say why, and that's what it's going to.
And I'm going to say it. So that's why I was heading before I let Mr. Boo come in. Like I was saying, so there were all sorts of rumors that my auntie were using the people's debit card for Victoria's Secret and other things. There was a debit card. Vera.
Those are allegations against the lady.
Oh, forget that. Let me speak. This is a freedom of speech. Let me speak freely. So all these complaints were there, but people were not, who will be brave enough to bring it to the board so that you cannot be targeted as the enemy. Because this in our community, what I have learned for the short period of time is that when you cannot stand boldly by yourself, you'll be targeted, you'll be hated.
Well, Bush too by himself.
Yeah, because he's a government man.
You think that's why they're chasing all the time?
Yes, because when you are truthful and honest, no one will like you. And I'm gonna give you an example. When I used to go to the standard mat, I used to do the right thing. So what they did, they could not. To make me feel somehow, and I respected myself. If you are somebody you want to do the right thing and people don't want you to do it, you draw back. And when I draw back, what happened? And the heat went on, and they start crossing themselves. The question went on the table. But I'm coming back to give a year-end closing of all the saga that went on in the community. And then you will enjoy that day. So let me start and continue.
Yeah. Let me just wrap up. Because the foundation, as I said, if you build your foundation on these kind of things and nobody take action, anything you sweep it under the rug, and nobody take action. Everybody afraid to what?
Yes.
To let the sheep out of the bag. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
You keep the sheep in the bag because you are scared, because when you let it out, everybody's oh, you know. And these are some of the things. So if you keep doing that, once the foundation is not solid, later on there will be problem. These guys are brave to take money out of the organization account because what? People did it and nobody did anything to them. They get away free. So how do we solve these problems? See, we got to talk about the solutions. So Prince, we're going to have another show where we have to find solution with all these small organizations. How do we need to have, you know, kind of workshops. How do we solve problem with the financial thing? Because it's something that eating the fabric of the community organizations. So we need, you know, all of us, you know, guys who are interested. I'm going to come up with some workshops that we can be, everybody can be participatory, so that we can be able to what? To come up with some ideas on how to educate our people, on how to what? Safeguard the what? The finances of the various organizations, the 501c3 organizations. Because we have to do it. We can't just talk about it, but we have to find a solution. So I hope next time we'll find a way, you know, on GDA Hot Seat and also on the Print Double Show, so that we can be able to find a way where we can be able to solve the problem. What kind of mechanisms we can put in place to be able to solve these problems? Okay, we need to have workshops. What can they do? If you found the organization, how can the finances be kept without somebody going there to just withdraw? Instead of having one person there, you need to have 2-3 people, and everything has to be done with check. And you have to do what? Financial report, quarterly report. Because if you don't do the quarterly report, you don't do the financial report, you can't, if you don't do the budget, you can't just take money out of the organization account and just use it. So we have to be very firm on those kind of principles. So we need to come together and be able to find those solutions. And those workshops, we come up with it, we'll have this discussion, we'll keep on having the discussion. Yeah, thank you so much. So that's my analysis so far.
Yeah, so that's what you're hearing from the man Boo there. He wants us to keep talking these things. Well, you know, we got our sister here who went live today.
Oh, okay. There's another sister?
Yeah, another sister went live today. So they're breaking the thing out of the cap, out of the, trying to get wherever thing they're trying to get out of the
bag. Are coming out of the bag already?
Yeah, Jewy Siglo.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not bombing who pon for. They'll go now. Who knew and I saw you.
Oh, okay.
And I just saw
let's take 2 minutes and listen to our sister. We're not going to discuss it here. We already cracked these tips. So whether the sister take it down, it's already crafted and kept in the archive.
Oh my goodness.
The Prince Double archive. They can't be taken out.
Drinks. We carry the look all over. I said, then there, the way you can spend money that day. Thank you, Papa. God bless you. He went. He left in 1 minute. After a few days, he came back. He said, wow, you're not cooking today? What about we finish eating? You say now. He said, Auntie, Yvonne, come. I give you $700 for food. They say that the judge again, you. You want your girl Facebook today, you're chewing. $700 again for food. He now sat there. He took her to the store again. The other store now, how they call the store say, no, this store, you got to get car to go there. I am forgetting the name.
St. Club.
You got to be a member. Now, not St. Club.
Costco, St. Club.
Costco. We won there again. He spent $500 and some more dollars on drinks, liquor, wine, beer. You think this man don't have anything to do with his money? Because the relationship that between him and his father, his brother, Stanley can call him his son. Why you know about Stanley? Stanley, all his clothes he wear here, he come from Dr. Josh. Shoes, everything. He always sharpening for his uncle. Every time he come here, he brings something.
So we're going to talk more about this, maybe tomorrow or day after or whatever. We just want to play a little bit of a clip of it. That's Oito Tape there, you seen there. Oito Kuya Tape. She's Madam Tape, married to Mr. Tape. You see that? So I mean, this thing is out of the loophole.
The heat is on. The heat is on. The heat is on. The heat is on.
You can address that in the next segment, in the next show, and you know, get those two people together so that they can both, you know, because one person gave their perspective, the other person got to give their perspective.
No, she's giving an account of Floyd George.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. The other person.
What Floyd did, she said from her initial comment, she said when she started it, golf first, then Floyd. Floyd was in Iowa when he heard his uncle passed. He drove the next day from Iowa straight to North Dakota. He got on the mat, cried with the people or whatever, and then he gave $500 initial money, $500. So the man been spending his money. So he needed to just have that little respect at the end of everything. That what pissed George up, that what got to George, that he was being disrespected. And this sister explained it. This sister was on the mat from the start to the end, almost 2 months. She was beside her friend. And let me tell you, she and Patient Brady always moving together. So you see her and you see Patient. You see her, you see Patient. So they're friends. So she just came out a little bit. And I'm gonna play it tomorrow, maybe tomorrow or day after. But tomorrow I try to bring the Grand Jury Association president on. But I'm either poor. We're gonna
that would be good. At least we're
gonna conclude tonight.
Right after the inauguration, what have taken place so far.
Yeah, she will come. She either will enter the hot seat, and when she enter, the hot seat where you got.
Where you always make
very hot seats.
Yeah, wherever the hot seat is, the way.
But we made out the seat is made out of metal. It's stronger than wood.
No wood.
Yeah, we took it to the
but if it's made out of metal, if it's made,
we took it to the guys who can do these or the welders.
If it's made out of metal, then the heat is too hot for it. Yeah. At least when it's made out of wood, when it's hot, it will be easy. But on metal being hot and you sitting on it.
I came first. He didn't know you were on the hot seat.
When
the questions start coming, see cow start coming. You got to answer the questions. You enter the seat, you must do it. This you know, Bill O'Reilly from the Fox News era. He said you enter the spin room. They spinning you. You sit down like they spin the chair, then you act like you got three, then you then the man ready to take the answer all of you. How Bill O'Reilly used to do it. You hold a pen, you enter the spin room. Bill O'Reilly
spin you around in the spin room.
They said Omer was one juice made out of every time. Got in there control the bar. Yeah, so I will get to Madam Poor tomorrow and see if she can enter the room.
Yeah, please.
Once you gotta make yourself available.
Yeah, please do that.
Yeah, I will most definitely, because like I told you guys, I will be doing a year-end show on everything that been going on my personal platform. So you know when I'm coming out,
Started first when our brother died, you were saying there, you went there, you were there,
yes,
took part, you did not. But why you didn't go to the man burial?
there were a lot that happened. The manipulated patient.
The patient kicked you out.
So and yeah, and she came to me. Yeah, and she came to me because
Your Gobble sister were in distress at
and
that time. Whether she kicked you out, you should have been around your Gobble sister. Because I know Mercy got it when you were in that hall that day. Where was for patient were gonna get it.
yes.
Where was for patient were gonna get it.
This is it, right? This is what happened. Like I don't want to talk. I don't want to dive into that. I don't want to go deep into it. But I'm just going to give a little clue.
Look, Mercy, you will enter the spin room too. The way I
Yes.
can't you sit down.
Remember, I'm a co-host. Don't do me like that. I'm a co-host. I'm a co-host. Don't do that.
My co-host, a banner her Gobble sister.
This is it, right?
Well, you knew very well, patient. I mean, and Mercy, that she was on a lot of stretch. So everything she said, you know that she was not speaking for her. This is just a tragedy that happened, and she was confused. Family members so the other one so just you heard how the children referred to that lady. Boo's heard the tip. So there was a lot of pressure. Even when your sister is angry, you're gonna go there and say, after 2-3 days, that woman will calm down. That's what they call protection.
Wow.
The protection from the you should have protected her from the what she. But anyway, you will enter the spin. You don't know that you enter in the spin. You enter the spin room. You don't know. Or you number one ball. One day I will happy you enter. Yeah. To me, that's why I have problem with. That's why I have problem with patients' family members. I feel that she will not protect patients. Should have been protected.
I have a question though.
Should have been protected.
Prince, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Where were all these people that are blaming Vera when Vera was taking over? Were they sleeping or she cast spell on them?
That's it. The spin room, when we enter it, I want Orito Tape, call Orito Boo, call Orito and tell her she had to. And Orito stay there with me. I'm a friend. Orito was a friend. I know she had to film before, but anyway, I just we have to come back together. So she will enter the spin room. Orito should have protected her friend because when I saw where was the first place I saw Orito in her, it was Cleveland, 2019. They were always together like this, always moving. I Bobby told it. All the noise with me and Bobby can be causing here. When the setting time in our place, Bobby and myself, I had to protect Bobby. I had to be with him. And by the way, Bobby was attacked last night in Minneapolis. I mean, literally slap on your head. We got the clips. I listened to Orito today and she said that when she went in the place, she put the thing, you got to be there. Which was beginning when we used to see our old man then when something happened to the friend, they will be with the friends until everything is over with. Because they're protecting the friend. Well, at that time, you know what I mean? They call you on the phone and give you that kind of news. Patient was not in a right frame of mind. So the sisters, the friends, look, they don't like you have to come from the same man to be family people. But the closeness that I saw from Orito and patient, I think that since 2019 in Cleveland, Ohio, at a Vladishov's inaugural program. The people were moving to they had the same car. I think they were in the same hotel. So the closeness, I monitor people. I know things and I monitor things in the community, the people close. So she was supposed to protect her sister. Sit there, the children behind patient. Behind her.
Prince,
Those who want to respect her, Winter made them to respect her. That's how it's supposed to be.
Prince.
You need to, you know, troubleshoot that microphone. I think it's your microphone. Yeah, I think that his microphone is having problems.
You know, the gracie, you didn't hear. Now, I'm wondering if we are get up or see it. Gracie, your jail crying. Yeah, you get the old way. But the old woman can look time ahead and see the dangers that are coming. But the child, yes, the child want to see it now. So, mom, I was the girl that was looking ahead, that was see what was, coming. I first, see it. But if they know my presence would have intimidated them. So what did they do? They went to patient to suppress her for her to come and attack me. And like I said, all of them, I can put all of them together and never mean and French message. They can't do me nothing.
But my point here with you here, my point with you.
Yes.
They came and then you knew that they were coming to use that strategy to get you out. You should have stayed. That was my point.
Okay, I want to stay. I want to stay.
Because
I want to stay.
When patient ready, you say what she say, what do you? 1-2 days you lay low, then you go back. It happened between me and my cousin. The begin certain thing happening like you and then the begin want to accuse me of it. When I was cousin, he must say related to that girl. I was cousin. Something happened to the girl say the man say I must send money and him like bro and get money too. But he won't spend money, but he want the money to come from here. So he must say had an argument. It was better. But when my man died, when we went down, the man came, I think we scratched it. We thought we could not see each other, but for a common good for the family, we had to make it. So when she said what she said to you, you should have stayed. Because I know you. If you're going to be in a hall, with data. When data and you in a hall.
Even did I work on it? Did I then go the front page and Josephine through for me to be exit so they can have full control with Vera? But they didn't know Vera have a plan that she was
what I'm saying, data. That's what I'm saying. Because data spend all her time on her mat. 2 months. 2 months with her friend. I don't know if she went to work and came back, but 2 months. I'm not in North Dakota, but I see things. I got people who communicate. 2 months. The only time did I left that hall, that place, that house, when I went there, did I say she can't see me? Did I chatted her to did I wanted to go talk to. Did I saw MPHA rebel that Prince Johnson who gave the Grand Garden to go. But I let all the things go. All the things it went. We don't have time for it. I don't have enemies in the community. My point here is that when something happens, Boo, I hope you understand what I'm saying. When something happens like that, the person who the thing happened to, the person can be. When I want 2 days, you relax. But for my co-hosts, do not go to that place. That something happened, the people push up. Boo, let you and myself be friend. One must say Galo. We're going to be to that place.
Vera couldn't stay my present. Listen, Vera couldn't stay my present. One is that Oritopa had asked me about the peace, so I didn't really have issue with her. But I won't say on my show, I won't say here. So I would just brush away. So I didn't really have a problem. Maybe Orita was having something in her heart, but against me. But I was free with Orita because we have our little beyond close door peace talk. I give her a hug and then we really talk. You know what I'm saying? But Josephine couldn't stand the ground that I walked on. And let me tell you the thing. Anytime I go on the map, they can say, "Must look at you. Must look at you." That was the gossip. So I was like a threat. So if I were dead, people were not going to move. So they calculated the whole show and said, "You know what? We got to find a way to make her exit." And that's how they found a way. But guess what? Even when this thing happened, right, Prince, and I'm sure you're gonna understand my point. Even when this thing happened, right, we family. Somebody was supposed to come from there with the immediate family between me and patient and say, "You got to still go by there." Are you understanding what I'm saying? But for me, I have a policy. If you are not wanted somewhere, don't be there. No matter what the situation is. If I was my own blood child, who am going to tell me not to be there?
I know. Like what I did. Like what I did. When the brother died, I advocated for the brother on a lot of occasions.
Mm.
When we went to Cleveland, or we told here, certain thing happened in the war. The next day we met at the president's house. They wanted to ban the brother for life from Mose P. Harris. I stood there. I'm the only person. I said, no, it can't happen. The man first offend, we have to give the man a second try. That was my first time advocating for the brother right now. People there, the records are there. And when the brother passed, my voice still in Mose P. Harris' child. I wrote there, I said, why is it that one of the funny members of P. Harris is down and no one is calling for meeting? I wrote it. They didn't listen to it. They saw my writing, but they played low. And I went with voice message in there. So for the people to come out and say, "Oh, Pina, I want the people to bury it," they were not understanding me. My older brother in Minnesota, they were bodied down. The man go to Minnesota. Even the original woman can know that the man that day was snowing. I standing to my mom from Minnesota to North Dakota to my other end to my auntie. Standing again. I was supposed to drive that day to carry the old man and standing there or return there, but going in that day they had a big van. So I asked them and said, "Well, man, I don't need for you to go 3 hours and come back so that we carry the old man." I asked them to carry my old man. So that the kind of closeness. So my thing was that let it compromise with the GGA, let it have the meeting so we can either celebrate the brother first and then go to be at the most and GA inaugural, or to go to then we all go and celebrate the brother. That was it. My plan, it was to land in Minnesota, my brother and myself with Bobby to whoever would drive right in that plane and go bury our brother.
But that was the thing I was saying. That was the thing. Prince, that was what I was advocating for.
If I were going to be there that day, I would. My woman, I go woman, so I was going to protect that go side. We're going to have issue with it, but she was going to be protected. Whether they disrespect her doing the other ones, but that particular day, what they say Saturday, repart, she's going to be respected. What are they like?
You know what? When the whole saga was going on,
we hit it, patient. Now with a man, 5 years, with that. If the man don't want a patient, you should go to go face patient. But legally, a patient husband. Who cares? Who cares when they from there? Whatever town they coming from, it was not going to happen. And what they didn't want us to go there that day. That's why they make it. We didn't go.
They had a premeditated plan already, so they had to do it. You know that I can say sure.
Your internet freezing. But let's hear from Boo been quiet. Let's hear from he's a government. I
mean, I just
I don't want to make it like a sessional thing here, but we're talking.
These things are. Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah, these things are over now. I just let the brother, rest in peace. I mean, I think we can just dismiss.
But you know, the brother here was not a. The brother was a hot brother now.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Why you see?
I think we'll find a different time where we can.
Brother was a hot brother. Us, yeah.
And but you know, we can, you know, put that, you know, on a different segment. But
so it can happen in the future. That's all.
Yeah. For tonight, I think we have long, you know, time. You know, the night have fast spent. So
yeah,
I think we went over 6 hours. Maybe 3 or 4
no,
hours.
we're not going 6 hours. I don't have show. I don't. I ever have see where the boy has.
Why you pushing it out? Why you pushing it out?
You started 8 o'clock, isn't it? 8:30.
Man, get to the hour. They telling me right to the hour.
So, but these kind of things, they're very sensitive. So you know, let it burn up. You know, rest in peace.
You want to dream about the brother tonight?
Yeah, let's just you know, let's just do our
if me and you friends, like when me and you friends, you block me, I will block you.
Oh, brother, your friend on Facebook when you go in live book and see it.
I will block you. And you want to correct me?
They say, I will tell you one phone. They say somebody went to that play there. They went in the brother play or lay in the chair. The brother appeared to them. The person and ran away. I see the man, I man. You see the man. You see the man.
No, it's true. It's true.
Who the blind mouth or blind? I probably not knowing. When I see him making big mouth, laugh at him. Who they acting young boy?
Or blind or person.
No, he's a cool. That my uncle is very cool. Zunodra blah blah.
It
is real. I hear from your woman for not to sell. I hear from your woman. No,
we no man, you chow on what jay there. I know them not booing my.
They don't want you to end it now. Friends, they don't want you to end it now. I think we should end the show. I think the show want to end because he has passed the hour mark.
No, they're not shutting you. If you want to go, you can go on.
Yeah.
Why you rushing all your you can't be then you want rush up?
No, we already discussed the thing has already, you know.
Yeah, it's okay, you go. You're not telling us how to shut the show down. Go.
Okay, I will leave.
I
had to go sleep. In the morning, I got a lot of stuff.
Who want to talk backstage?
Yeah. You better want to talk backstage. We ain't nobody here to talk backstage.
You see the way the show going now, we gotta end it.
Thank you.
Oh,
so who your team will get? Who your team will get? Extended with to George.
You see how you can spoil the show?
You see, you're bringing different things.
No, more no one George. Boo. That they have CD. You gotta answer the question.
But patient still young. George young, so they can get patient to Josh.
Yeah, the patient are going to Chris.
Yeah.
You're not going to take
Chris my boyfriend. Chris my now Chris I want so patient get the Chris. Chris my boyfriend picking you.
Yeah, you're for Chris.
No, me and nobody can follow. Nobody can be my mate, my dear. Because I will give preparing the money.
Patient quiet, so she'll be your mate.
No patient run away. So my patient can be my mate.
She'll run away go by Philadelphia.
Yes, she can be my mate. Anybody my mate they will support them because I think.
Ask a woman who she wants. Then Alice ought to do all the brothers and brothers need to line up. Then they ask patient who she wants, she pick.
They will get patient to there.
One of my cousins, Is in Minneapolis.
Mm.
So one day I went to the main house, the main woman cook. And the woman just said it all a joke. When you die, I mean a prince out too. The guy told that thing to you and said, my man, when I'm here, don't come here in my house. Do not come in my house. I said, my man, I can't any hour I walk out. But so no, begin I'm talking, don't come in my house.
I think they take those things personal and serious though.
Yeah, the guy know the woman joking.
Yeah.
The mother man watching from 2 zone. Yeah, man, so open in 2 zone celebrating a birthday party.
Off our Zoya.
Conflict Diane brother.
Off our Zoya.
ZTI.
Zati.
Oh, Zoya, man. Oh, so we're on 2 zone. We're 2 bro.
More, you are our group. No, I'm aqua. You were.
Who you were? The woman should have a choice. Why call woman should have a choice? Woman have choice in Grandjire. China in Grandjire that people then design for Moshe then. Moshe they not design for themselves. Moshe we gotta go to bed.
Bring it to America. Okay, pa. Let's go. I'm gonna go to bed.
The message patient should decide for say so we'll let patient decide.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching us
Ladies
tonight.
and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Tomorrow we'll have the Grand Jury Association president here, and we're going to be talking GGAA and inaugural and all that stuff. What the progress? Where they want bidding, what they say they want bidding. Now, there ain't no money. Let us start bidding the thing. Good night.